If you do find them, you're going to pay an extra $20-$30 just to get them, a box.
Well, from what they told me, them down 22 bullets, you're going to pay an extra $30 a box for a little old bitty box. It's crazy.
Yeah, the 22 Hornets, there's 50 of them in there. And they only process them twice a year. Once they're gone, they're gone.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm going to send you a picture. You tell me what you think these are.
All right, send it on.
What's up, 1A? Wolverine, Transparency. What's up?
A silver dollar. You ever shoot one of those 50 caliber Desert Storm handguns? No, I had never tried that. I shot one of them big old 50 cal rifles one time, and that caught me up. Yeah, well, anybody offers it to you, you might as well pass on it. They're bad to the bone. Break your hand. Oh yeah, and then it's just, what can I say? I reckon the biggest pistols I've ever shot has been a 44 mag and I reckon a 45 Colt. They was big enough to suit me. Well, those 30-06s now you guys are talking about now, that's a hell of a nice rifle right there, especially get the automatic.
All right, 1A. No worries, man.
They piled them Remington, I forget what model they were now, 7400 or something like that, and then those Browning Safaris, both of those were sure enough to bang at one time. Yeah, my brother-in-law just sold his. I think he got like $450 for it. I know Remington, that older model was something.
What's up there, you people?
Something else, 74 or something, and then 74 Sportsman or something, then they come out with the 7400, and they had the same thing in the 76 and the 7600 models. It was a pump action. You know, I got an old 3030 that my dad bought back in 1970 at Montgomery Ward's. Does it feel like the...
Yeah, I can reach cannon. It just depends on the conditions.
It's just a single shot.
I've been thinking about if I can figure out what frequency them guys on the convoy are on. I can get on them if I can get the right conditions. What's up, Snooks?
Crank open like a shotgun? Just like a shotgun. Cranks open, bullet pops out, slam a new one in. Real nice gun. You ever seen one of them? It's like a 30-30 on one barrel and a 20 gauge on the other. They made a bunch of them combinations. You could get a 44 mag and a 410 or a 30-30 and a 20 gauge and so on and so forth and so on. I think I had a Winchester that had a 10 gauge with a 22 on it. Wow. You had all spectrum covered with that, didn't you? ended up trading it off for some work over here. I wish I would have kept it, but oh well.
I don't know if you want to, if you anybody, if any of you all feel like coming up or whatever, just let me know. I'll put the link in.
7mm 08s too. You know, anybody needs any of them.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna be
Did you
sitting,
say 308s?
just kind of sitting here listening to radio.
7mm 08s, if I understood you right.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember those old 308s? The Germans had them, the Mausers? I'll tell you what, man, they were bulky, but boy, they were accurate.
What's up, Vaughn? Rattle Chap? I hear you, Snooks. Love you, girl. Yeah.
Maniac, them's Winchester premiums. They don't call them premium, they call them something else there that you got. That's what they call a ballistic silver tip.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good round. I don't know what grain bullet that is, but that's you can kill anything you shoot with that.
It looks like a damn pretty hot, expensive round. It ain't no cheap made junk.
Yeah, like I say, that's their Winchester's. Well, Federal calls theirs premium, and Remington calls theirs premier, and I can't remember what Winchester calls theirs, but it's the high dollar box. It ain't the regular old gray box.
Well, look here. What is that green dot ammo? Is that like that green tip 223s? I mean, the green tip 5.56s I have. Is that same thing as like the green dot or the max grade ammo that they shoot?
I don't know now. I'm not, I know a little bit about ammo, but I'm not an expert by no means, so I'm not sure.
Well, I know there's a lot of damn differences. I got a bunch of that CCI real hot 22 ammo, but I'll tell you what, I don't even know what you pay for that real hot 22 ammo no more.
I seen some the other day. It was like $12 for a 50-round box.
God. Well, I got about 20, 30 of them 100-round boxes. One kind and 20, 30 of the hollow points, one kind. So better hold on to them, man.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, man. Thanks you people, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, let me go put these bullets up before I drop them on my toe. I'll be back.
Hey, that was Witch Doctor I talked to, and the guy I went to go see today. He got Moonraker 4s and Moonraker 6, but he don't want to sell them.
Turn that thing down, 12.
I just thought I'd throw it out there. I'm reading the mail.
Hey, waving.
Go ahead.
Evening time, everybody. what's going down on 13? And nothing down here. Oh yeah, for sure, Snooks. Hey, I'll be around. I'm around. I'll be around.
It is that little one, the 204 I was telling you about. That one next to it's just a regular old 270 Winchester.
That's about all I need, or 243. That 306 is a pretty hot round now, I'm telling you. That's a lot of gun right there.
And he was saying something, I think he walked off. He was saying something about he talked to that fellow with them antenna parts y'all talking about. He had them, but he don't want to sell them, and then he went down to 13.
Yeah, when I thought I heard him say something about witch doctor. I done talked to witch doctor about him. Yeah, he done told me he was gonna get rid of him.
Well, I may flip down there to 13 and listen at him a minute, and I'm fit to shut my rig down.
Ain't nothing going on 13. Ain't nothing going on down here.
All right, Wolfman, where you go?
Well, all right, let's see.
You got it, Wolfman, come on.
What's up, Brian? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, it does that sometimes. Yeah, I know they have me a lot.
Oh, that's that damn Mexican taxi. It's a fucking Mexican taxi service or something. I hate that chick. She's a... She's annoying.
When the ghost doesn't hear, wait about 3 days later, it comes back. He'll come back in about 3 days. Yeah, well, we're going to see. So he's going to disappear. That ghost's pretty sick, Wolfman. They got it right out front of my nose. Yeah, that's the way the ghost does.
Yeah, it's a Mexican taxi service or something like that. Every once in a while I can pick up. She's like the the home office type of thing.
Ghost gets you every time.
From what I can gather. My fucking dog is out there acting like a fucking wolf. Howling at the fucking moon or whatever the fuck she's howling at. Probably fucking trying to howl up a boyfriend to get her ass fucking pregnant again. I'll shoot her ass if she gets pregnant again. Motherfucker.
He's on the other side of Enterprise.
Yeah, I'll need to get some big radios. I ain't getting out tonight. Evidently. Are they ignoring the fuck out of me? One or the other.
Break up, break up.
Yeah, breaker, bro.
What in the hell?
What are you talking about?
What in the hell, boy? You are stomping that around like a big chicken over there tonight.
Yeah, I got my midnight special on.
I'll say,
10-4.
finally, by God, you up there like a big chicken now.
10-4.
See, I told y'all when it's talking to that Joker, he could do it if he wanted to.
Yeah, I saw something about that, you people.
They damn show stroking and I ain't joking.
That's going against Supreme Court ruling, so leaving him. So he's got it. Yeah.
10-4. Well, old man, you been fiddling with that all day. You finally got her set up and ginning, huh?
Yeah, it's doing good now.
Yeah, it's doing good. That's how I'd run it from now on, brother.
10-4. How's it going through for my special?
Ain't it done it? What's going on with it, dog?
Not a whole lot.
I just heard that big timer come in there and I had to say something. So let me get wide to the side. I'll be back.
Gas line went up through like a piss.
It's going against Supreme Court rulings, isn't it, you people, or isn't it going against violation of our natural rights as it is, or they just like ignoring that we're just fucking blatantly? They're just blatantly say that we're the fucking kings, and you're gonna have to do what we tell you to do, and you're gonna have to sit there and just bust your ass and scratch your ass to fucking get some food in your pocket so we can live fucking fat hog on the hog. You know what I mean? These welfare recipients are telling us what to do, and they're using violence to do it, motherfucker. That's fuck. What's up, Master Ron? All right. Hey, if you guys want, man, I'm gonna throw the fucking link in there if anybody wants to come up here now. Think about it.
10-4.
What's up, Brian?
Alright, get up.
What are you doing over there, Bob?
That's scary.
Say what?
That's scary at the Southport.
Oh, Roger or Sam? I thought it was freaking Bob.
No, it's been sitting here for a few minutes. This damn radio, man, it's awesome. I was on this. I was actually running barefoot. Don't even have an amp right now because it got blown up in a storm. I was running the full maxes. I think it's 65 watts. I'm not real sure. And I had 7 contacts from from California, Oregon, Mexico, and up in the Northeast today, just within 30 minutes.
What are you using for an antenna?
I'm using a Sigma Venom.
Oh, Roger. Well, sounding good on my end. Dude, that's good. That's good to hear, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's good technology here, Roger.
Oh yeah, who is this?
Wingnut.
Oh yeah, you the one's got the you got the Annie Tone also.
Oh yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's at Striker 955. That's what I'm running right now.
I mean, they said I had one of them in California's had a carrier 8 and modulation was right there.
Yeah, Roger. I'm running Striker 955 at the moment. That's what I'm running right now.
Oh, okay. That sounds good too. Yeah, I also have SWR down. I don't know what, like I said, since I put this whole new rig up, it's running a lot better. I'm running 1.2 SWR on all channels.
Oh, Roger.
Now I just need me a little bitty one, I don't want to say it, a little bitty amp to kind of, sweeten the deal a little bit.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you on that stuff. I'm not I'm not the best advice on that thing.
Yeah, I got a couple people that's want to sell them, and one guy was supposed to ship one down here to me because he felt sorry for me. I guess he didn't feel that much sorry for me. He was going to send me a check to Star. I knew that was going to happen.
Roger.
Yeah, it just I was knocked off the air last little thunderstorm, and I forgot to unplug it. Didn't even think about it because I wasn't lighting that bad. I just got out of the hospital, didn't care. Next I heard something go pop.
Yeah, Roger. So what did you pop? Just the finals, or what'd you end up popping?
Pop the finals in it. I said, well, I got it fixed. It's running really good. I don't know. Maybe they put something else in there.
Roger. They probably replaced the caps and stuff too.
Yeah, it's been really awesome. Like I said, I'm sitting here talking to people in California. I picked up there, I heard it in there, and I said, yeah, I'm just going to try it without an amp. I cranked the wattage up on it. Like I said, I don't know how many watts I can put in now because I can't see it. So I don't have a watt meter. I do see the SWR, but I actually got a hold of California. That was, and actually everybody was wanting to get back to me. They thought I was in their driveway.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the skip's gonna be pretty good, man. We're getting up into the peak of the solar cycle, man. We haven't even gotten into the peak of it from what so far, I don't think, anyway. And it's supposed to be damn good. I mean, even out of the country.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Mexico's considered out of the country, but he started speaking Spanish. I said, oh, you got to talk some English.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, I got a map that they sent me up with the solar stuff. They're saying it's just now starting up. A lot of the players past the Earth, they never did come to us.
Oh shit! Caught me in the middle of a cough. What's happening, Anarchy?
Nothing, man. Just talking to one of the locals out here right now, at the moment, anyway. He popped in. He just got back on the air again after the hurricane.
Oh wait, Hurricane
Hurricane Michael. It's
Where
taking
the
him
fuck
this
have
long.
I been at?
It's taking them this long to get some stuff going. So
Oh, I got you. Okay, past hurricane. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I
yeah,
miss a
Hurricane Michael,
hurricane
the
somewhere?
one big, yeah, the big one that Category 5 that came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that damaged. They took a lot of people's stuff down, man. I was lucky my antenna tower and all that stuff hung in there. It didn't. It made my antennas like leaning all, leaning almost like a 45-degree angle instead of straight up in the air, but it's still working. And but other than that, man, I was sitting here. I was on the air the whole time during the hurricane. I was sitting here watching trees getting blown over by the,
Okay.
like by the roots, just being tipped over out my window and stuff. I'm serious. If the wind had shift directions, because the way I was doing it, the way my place is like facing, um, it was like as you know how like a boat has to take a wave, has to like go directly into the wave instead of taking a sideways, has to go into it. That was how I was facing into the
Right.
winds. You know what I'm saying? And if it had come the other direction, hit me sideways, dude, I would probably want to roll down this motherfucking hill, dude. That would have sucked ass. but
Yeah, you gotta watch that shit, man. We
yeah,
get
so I
kind
heard,
of crazy. We get kind of crazy about hurricane. They call them fuck, what do they call them? They call them like downbursts or something, where the hot and cold just fucking mix together and it just pushes the air all the way down, and it can push like 70, 80, 100-mile winds out of nowhere.
oh yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
What's the nearest mountain thing or like hilly or things around you? I mean, is there like big mountains anywhere near you?
Oh, there's plenty of big mountains around me. They wouldn't call them big mountains around here. They're like hills around here. I mean,
Okay.
it's not like forever high. I mean, I think the highest elevation we've got around here is 8,000 feet for a mountain.
Oh yeah. What's average like sea level height around there anyway? Which is average?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
I'd
right
have
on.
to look that up. I'd have to look that up. I know that we're somewhere around sea level. We're just above it. Not much, but we're just above it.
I think I'm like around the 15th or 16th highest spot in the whole fucking state of Florida. It's like
That's the
it's
place to
crazy.
be, man. Apparently, with all these like global warming and floods that people are all afraid of, that's the place to be. Is one up in the high spots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tell you that if the water's edge comes to my fucking place right here where I'm sitting, I know a lot of friends of mine are gonna be on the water. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
most of them is like at sea level or just above sea level. And
Well, if it ever seriously flooded and it reached here, yeah, all this would be underwater. I would
yeah,
I would have a feeling that all this would be underwater. But again, that depends on how much it floods. Like we don't see any water. We're lucky to see any water anymore.
yeah. But I mean, how deep do you have to
Near us
fucking
has
dig for a
dropped
well?
three quarters of the way down. We don't run off of wells in Phoenix, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, right on.
It's all city water here. So I mean, like, I'm like dead set in the middle of the city. We don't have wells. The outer skirts do. They have wells, like the outer properties do, but if you're in the city, you don't have to deal with a well.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder how deep you have to dig out there for a well.
I don't know. I haven't had any experience in it. I have been looking at buying some property out here, something to just fucking buy property and have it, like
Right.
5 acres or something like that, and get the fuck out of the city. And a lot of the places that I've been looking at, I would need to dig a well, but they don't say exactly how deep any water is or where it's at or anything like that on the property. So I'd have to do a little bit of research on that one.
What's
In
up,
fact,
Joe?
I could do that right now, and maybe.
I didn't know because I mean, like for instance, I got to
Hold
go.
on.
Well, on this
Well,
property, for instance, I think the well that my dad put in was like close to 300 foot, man. And I was just curious if you'd have to do something generally deeper over there or not. I don't know. What would be? I'm just curious with the average. I don't know. I don't know.
huh?
I'm always curious. Things like that pop up on my mind. when it comes down to water. It's like, how would you get water if you had to dig for it? I don't know.
Well, to Google, depending on where you're at and what your location is. So in Slegman, you could go anywhere from 300 feet to past 1,100 feet. In the other, in like the commonality of it, they say that most wells around here run anywhere between 500 and 2,000 feet in average.
Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to dig.
You ain't even lying. I started thinking about what it would
That's a lot
cost.
of money right
I
there.
know what it, well, I don't know. I know general things years ago what it was costing to do a well here. And then I was sitting there thinking, I was like, just using that cost and what it would cost to do something that many feet down. That's craziness, man.
Right. That's why I've been looking for property that has running water through it, some sort of river, something that I
Yeah.
know isn't going to dry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
not only can I siphon the water from the river and filter it and not have to worry about digging for a fucking well,
Yeah.
but I'd also be able to use the river for electricity through a hydroelectric fucking generator
That's true.
and shit like that. So I mean, I could benefit both ways from it. I can generate electricity and I could get water from it. But to find those properties is just so far and few between, and they're so expensive because the water runs on it. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford something like that.
Let me ask you this. In a in
I'd
a
have to find something.
in a perfect shit to hit the fan scenario, and you can just like put your finger on a map and say, okay, this is where we're gonna go. All right, and you can get there, and everything's cool. Nobody's there before you get there, and all this other stuff, and all that stuff. You got it to yourself. In that type of situation, like a, totally, you know, yeah, like movie, like it was in the script type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like a Disney movie. Everything works out just perfect. Okay, that kind of thing.
Right.
Like, where would you go? Like if it was in the U.S.
Tell you the truth, I'd probably still stick here in Arizona.
Right on. Like whereabouts in Arizona is like though? Like
Probably
is
the
there?
northern half. I'd probably move up more towards the northern half.
Oh yeah,
Just
right.
due to the fact that it's a little bit higher elevation in northern Arizona compared to southern Arizona.
Right.
I'd get the seasons and stuff. There are rivers, there's woods and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like I hate the desert.
Yeah.
As beautiful as it is, I hate the desert because literally everything in the desert can kill you. The sun can kill you, the plants can kill you, the bugs can kill you, everything can fucking kill you. Like I want to move up where there's pine trees and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think I'd still stick here in Arizona just because I've grown up here. I mean, I've been all over the country. I've crisscrossed this country 4 times. And out of all the states that I've been in, which is the good majority of them, I gotta say I love Arizona the most as far as
Right.
like location, weather,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I get it. Yeah.
Joe Kerr, I'm gonna go live a little bit later and let everybody know, but I'll let everybody know now. I did get my job back. There was paperwork to satisfy the fact that they should have never terminated me. So I got one big fucking apology. And now they're trying to figure out how to reinstate me after they falsely terminated me. So, plus I'm getting back all my back pay that I should have gotten this entire fucking time of being out on LOA. So, those are the good things.
Right. Right.
Those are the good things. So, can't complain about that, can we, Anarchy?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. There ain't nothing to complain about. No.
I have a feeling you have no clue what's going on. Did you know that I got wrongfully terminated?
Well, I wouldn't. It's none of my business what your personal shit is, personally.
Well, I put it out there because I made a live asking if I should restream my appeal meeting, the company that they are, and shit like that, man. Like, I want to put it out there in public on what they're doing to people because I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people that are dealing with this stupid bullshit where they play the game and then you end up getting terminated, and most people don't realize that they can fight that shit. So, and get your back pay back. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole time I have not been getting paid. I've been out on medical, and they haven't done a damn thing with my fucking file. And it was just fucking ridiculous. And I've been sitting here for a month and a half. I was supposed to go back on the 30th, but as of last week, I got a termination letter from them because they said that I abandoned my job, which wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the documentation is there and everything, including the guy that I talked to last night was like, well, I'm the one that fucking signs all of these accommodations. And he went back and goes, oh yeah, I got something on this date and I replied to it on this date. So you shouldn't have been terminated. So that's where we're at right now. I'm just waiting to hear from them to figure out what the hell is going on and how I'm getting reinstated and when that shit's all going through. So it's all good. It's a win for the little guy against the companies, in my view.
Right on, right on. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much good outcome on that one. I'm just waiting for the results as far as like when I'm gonna start back up and shit like that, when I'm gonna get paid and all that other good bull ass BS. And then I'm sitting there thinking, Anarchy, should I sit there and let them go through all that fucking process of reinstating me and giving me that back pay, and then I quit on them?
Well, well, I can't make that decision, or even, you know what I mean?
I'm not asking you. All right, we'll put it in scenario form. How funny would it be for me to fucking just turn around and go, you know what, I quit? After all that bullshit, I'm fighting to get my job back.
Yeah, you would feel very good at that time, I bet you.
Oh,
I don't know. All right.
I bet. For 45 days.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a was it some like a little.
That's the way Amazon works.
I don't know. I see these TikTok shorts on YouTube now and stuff too, man. So there was this TikTok short of this chick that was sitting there quitting Walmart, and she gets on the loudspeaker in Walmart and basically tells off the whole management and all that stuff, and over the loudspeaker, and quits. And I was like, that's pretty sweet. That's like taking a shit right on her desk. I was like, dude, that's pretty.
You expose the bullshit before you leave. You
do
the one thing. You do the one thing that everybody is dying to do, but they're afraid to do it because they don't want to lose their job. Me, I'm not afraid of losing my job. I can go get another fucking job. I could have already had another job, but why do that when I've got this? You know what I'm saying? I've got Amazon. Amazon was supposed to be taking care of me, so why do I need to go look for another job? You know what I'm saying? But I could be that asshole too that fucking just goes, you know what? You guys took all that time to reinstate me and give me my back pay and everything. You know what? Fuck you. I quit. I could be that dick. You know what I'm saying? I could have been a dick last night, and I could have fucking like totally bombed them on fucking, how they acted towards me in the fucking appeal. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do that. I don't know. I just think that it would be fucking funny if I quit on them. That's all. After all the bullshit that they put me through, I think that it would be funny to quit on them and then
go something lined up. And if you got something lined up, that would be okay. I could see that be okay, because then you'd be like, okay, well, I got something right off the bat,
Right. I wouldn't just quit without a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do that, but if I really wanted to go through with it, I think it would be quite hilarious to make them go through all those fucking hoops and everything, and then just fucking quit on them. I make the fucking company pay out. Fuck that shit. Like, why should I not make them fucking pay? Like, they're sitting there trying to fucking wrongfully do people, and this is what they do to multiple people. It's not just me. In fact, I had a comment on the one fucking live that I did about it, and somebody was telling me they did that to her son, sent him out on medical leave, and then fucking ate up his time, even though they weren't supposed to, and because he went underneath on time, they fired him, and he thought that they could do that. So he let him get away with it. Nothing was said. You know what I'm saying? Whereas he could have done exactly what I did and been like, look, I've got all of this documented. You can't get away with this. You can't fire me over this bullshit. And if you want to fire me, I can go talk to a lawyer. I mean, if I really wanted to be a dick, I could have just said, fuck them. And I could have went and talked to a lawyer, and I'd probably be getting paid out a whole lot more than what I'm going to get paid out for back pay and getting my job back. You know what I'm saying? But we also have to look at this from the legal aspect. So if I don't take them up on the appeal offer and I don't do that fucking meeting and I just go talk to the lawyer, that hurts my case. Because I wasn't willing to solve the problem when they were willing to solve the problem. Doesn't matter how many times I tried fucking doing it. We're talking about a company here. So the company is like government. You have to figure they're going to run the same way because they're running with the same crowd.
Well,
you got to think like them.
They're running
that's
under the
really
same
the only thing
rules.
that I came up with is, if I didn't. Right. So if I didn't try and get this appeal to go through, then that would look bad on me and my case wouldn't go anywhere. Now, if I tried to appeal this and they still turned around last night and told me, no, you're fired. We did everything that we did right, blah, blah, blah. That's it. You're done. You're fired. Oh, you best believe I'd be going and talking to a lawyer right now. But they are willing to give me my job back with back pay, which fixes the problem in the law's eyes. They wanted to do right and give me my job back and give me the back pay. If I don't accept that, I have no fucking case at all because now I'm just refusing, Right. So there's a lot of fucking catch-22 loopholes when it comes to the fucking law because it's not just this cut and dry. They fired you. You can sue them. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. This is a right to work state, by the way, Brian Griffin. That's why I have to do it the way that I'm doing it. Because if I refuse any offer in any way, shape, or form, I am the refusing party. It hurts my case. It doesn't hurt their case. It hurts my case because I wasn't willing to work with them. That's the fucking downfall of a right to work state. I mean, they could fucking technically fire me for anything. You know that, right? We're not in a right to work state. They could fire me for my back injury if they really wanted to. But not while I'm out on medical leave. Yeah. Kind of crazy.
I don't even know if Florida is a right to work state or not. I have no idea one way or the other.
I can tell
Honestly.
you right now.
Now that you mention it,
Okay, so there's 25 states that are right to work. It's Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Kansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Those are all right to work states. Unfortunately, Florida is on that list.
Yep.
So, and I mean, like, those fucking right to work states and the fucking way that they work, man, is fucking really hard to try and navigate throughout the fucking law. Like, it's so hard to get a company on anything out here. So, and then they're making it even harder in fucking Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arizona to record the cops coming to a state near you.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. I know it, man. I know it, man. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, where's the enforcement on our side to kind of go after these people that are blatantly going against what's already there? And it's like, um,
Well, where does Kavanaugh, a Republican fucking from out here, where does Kavanaugh get the balls to say that we can't record the police? I mean, that's
yeah.
first of
Well,
all
it
your
doesn't.
direct fucking violation of your First Amendment
No.
right. How that
Okay.
doesn't just automatically get dropped just because of that?
Well,
I couldn't even fucking tell you.
see, that's the thing. It's like, okay, once they get it passed or whatever, it's hard to get anything off. It's so hard to get shit off. But the thing is like, can't you get them from like,
Well, that's my point.
I
But
don't.
you, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm
It's
sorry.
something stuck in my throat. Did I make you lose your track?
No, what I was gonna say is, um, oh shit, yeah, no, I did, because I went off something else. I was thinking about something else. Yeah, never mind.
It's all good.
That you know, if there was like, in a sense, some kind of enforcement, it's like, okay, it's like, even when this thing is even submitted to be struck down, saying this is against the Constitution and also against our natural law and all that stuff, blah blah blah. If there was some kind of a enforcement to go after these people that actually even submit something and like to be a bill or something that even goes against it, it's like, start it from, get it from the fucking, thing is, there is nothing. They submit it, they look at it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, boom, I'm the king. I'm gonna sign it in." Now all you fucking law enforcement out there gotta obey me, and I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you're gonna have to do what I tell you to do. And they'll do what they'll do because they get paid pretty
Right.
damn good because they steal money from us all the goddamn time. All right. Uh,
Right.
so
Brian says if they can film me, I can film them. It's a balance. Yeah, well, that balance is slowly but surely getting taken away from us. I mean, me and my wife got into a heated debate about the convoy that's going through Canada right now because of the vaccination mandates. And, I'm kind of, I'm not against the vaccine, but I'm against mandates. They should to do something, right? And that got into like abortion because she brought up, well, if I can't go get an abortion because they say I can't and it's a law, no, then these motherfuckers need to go get vaccinated. I'm like, yeah, but then you're using the same tactics that you don't fucking like on other people. Like, that's not the point. The point is to let everybody have their own fucking choice and what the fuck they want to do. You're not, don't mandate the fucking decision. Let people make the decision. There's risks in every fucking single decision. There's a risk in every single decision we take. You risk getting hit by a bus stepping out onto the fucking sidewalk or a car or something like that. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't take away the choice.
oh my gosh,
You
but
know?
Daddy Government can take care of that. They have the solution for everything. Daddy Government will take care of you and make you safe.
No.
Oh, please comply. You must comply,
No. And
comply,
she's not
comply,
that far.
comply,
You know what I'm
comply.
saying? But I think, yeah. I think it's more of a fucking hatred of the fact that, she can't do certain shit. But, people can go around and spread a disease in her eyes, because she's a nurse. So she doesn't, she thinks that's frowned upon. You shouldn't want to fucking go around and spread a fucking disease. And I'm like, that's entirely their decision to do. At this point, it's like a flu. They're calling for, I don't know if anybody else has heard, but they're starting to call for yearly booster shots for this. Kind of like a flu shot. So I mean, it's going to become like a yearly shot.
They
And
want
I
this
told
to
her,
be
I was
normal.
like, you know what? I initially got vaccinated when I was a child for flu. I'll take the first vaccination. I was like, but anything after that, I haven't had a flu shot since I was 16 years old. And I get the flu like maybe once every 2 years. It lasts me 3 days. I stay home, I get better, and I go back to work. And just for information on me talking about this, our whole family has had COVID for one of us because she's too young to get vaccinated. And that one is now positive, and she hasn't skipped a fucking beat. There's nothing fucking wrong with her. So, I mean, it's all in the research that you do. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. But I don't think government should have to fucking sit there and throw a mandate that everybody should get vaccinated, because that's ridiculous. It's never going to happen either. I mean, the people, we've already seen it. How many of the stories have you seen, Anarchy, of the fake fucking CDC cards?
Yeah.
And how believable some of them are too, because
Yeah.
that they've worked on them to the point where
Dude,
now they're
I said
perfect.
I
You can't
said
even
this
tell
from
that
the
they're different.
I'd said this from the absolute beginning. I mean, January of 2 years ago, I was like, man, the black market is going to be crawling with all this fucking counterfeit this and that and all this. Dude, they started getting like mandating like cards and shit. Like, dude, I mean, tell you, dude, the black market with counterfeit shit is going to be flooded. I knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, seriously, we have the technology to do it. We're America.
Right,
We can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because seriously, I mean, the thing is,
right.
it's like I can see some of the protests and stuff like that making people aware, as long as it's being like, uh, you know, you know, uh, the information is getting out. If it, otherwise it's like yelling at a wall. You know what I mean? It's like who they don't really care. You know, they're protected by fucking armed fucking guards, armed thugs that roam the streets like fucking road pirates.
Right. I'm trying to respond to the Polarman. I didn't want to interrupt you. I think that she's just mad because she went and got 2 shots and a booster, and she still ended up with COVID. In fact, we all ended up with COVID, and we're all vaccinated in some way, shape, or form. In fact, everybody in this house has had their boosters except for me. I've had the Johnson and Johnson, the one and done, and I haven't had any boosters since. And when everybody else got sick, I got sick as well. I was tested, but I need to fix something. Everybody in this house has had COVID except for me. I'm the only one that has been negative every single fucking test. And my wife can attest to it, that I've been the only one fucking negative every single fucking test that I've taken. Everybody else in this house, we've all been tested like 4 or 5 fucking times within the last month. And everybody else is positive except for me. So, I think it just all depends on the fucking person. You know what I'm saying? If you have health problems to begin with, I've noticed that even if you're this, but we have to go back to the Spanish flu as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that way with the Spanish flu, and it took us 1.5 to 3 years to recover from that.
Right.
Some sources will tell you 1.5 years. Some sources will tell you 3 years. I haven't quite pinned it down because we all know about sources. They're written by man and they're fallible. So I don't know. We came to an agreement, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think she's just more pissed off at the fact that even though she took all the shots and everything, she still ended up with COVID. And our child ended up with COVID that's not vaccinated. And she's really worried because she's hearing about all of this BS going through the hospitals and kids dying and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I think she's just venting out her frustrations on the world. She's tired of doing the right thing in her eyes. I love her to death. I do. You know what I'm saying? But like I told her, we all have our opinions. You know what I'm saying? And once you start taking the opinions away, where does it go? And she kind
Yeah.
of agreed with that. She's like, yeah, but where does it stop? Because she even brought it up. She goes, so you got the First Amendment, but that First Amendment doesn't cover everything. You know what I'm saying? That First Amendment only covers so much. And then if you start saying stuff that they consider fighting words or anything that incites violence after that, or be racially or anything like that, you could be charged with it. Disorderly conduct, stupid bullshit charges, but they'll still get you on your speech. And she goes, well, so there you go. So where's the line between, it's my body, it's my right, and everybody else's safety? I'm like, yeah, but what you don't understand is we can't control everybody else's safety. It doesn't matter how mad we get. You know what I'm saying? We can only take the precautions that we want to take. So if you want to wear the mask, wear the mask. You know what I'm saying? I completely think that the fucking mask helped out with last flu season, and there wasn't as many people fucking sick because there wasn't as many people breathing all over each other. People were staying 6 feet apart. They were sanitizing. They were keeping their hands clean. You didn't hear really too much about the flu last season at all. It was all COVID related. And, it all depends. But everybody was wearing their masks and everybody was still getting sick. So I think it just depends on what you believe in. I mean, if you don't think that anything's going to happen, you don't have to do anything, you know?
Okay. So what do you think? Um, what do you think is the big picture scenario of the Ukraine scenario?
The Ukraine scenario, I think that we shouldn't touch it. I don't think that we should be jumping back into something after we
Well,
just got out of something.
no, I mean like the what do you think the big picture is of actually what's going on right now, and what's the stance?
Well,
Like, for instance, like the
Russia's,
government's making. What do you?
in my view, Russia's pushing for more land, and if they can get one province without us interjecting, they're going to go after another. They're pretty much doing what China's doing now, except instead of fucking going and building an island, they're just going and taking the land old school.
Yeah, like
I
taking
think
Hong
I
Kong
think
back.
that's what's going on. And I think that's going to end up involving us back into a war because of the whole NATO thing, and we're already sending a bunch of supplies and troops over there as it stands to help them out against the Russians once they invade. And they've already sat there and said that they're going to invade. It's going to happen within the next month. I like how they just so casually say, it's gonna happen within the next month. They're going to invade. Like, what the fuck? But what are you gonna do? I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to dip our foot into that because they're a smaller country and help them out and then end up in another war? Or should we let
Well,
them handle it? You know what
okay,
I'm saying? Like,
all right. What if that is just something for to get everybody paying attention to that while something bigger is happening in the background?
yeah, well, Polarman said it, and I've been saying it as well because I mentioned it a little bit earlier. There is talk about China going after Taiwan and Russia making their push at the same time, and if
Right.
they do that, that's going to split our forces and leave us open because we're going to go and help Taiwan. That's
And
going to
then
be
there's
a number one right there because
and left
we get a lot of shit from them.
and then we just left a whole bunch of shit to people that we just bombed a bunch of for like 20 years.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to end up taking troops and going over to Russia, which is going to split our forces. And we're already low on forces as it is. I mean, it's not like our fucking military was back in the fucking day. They don't fear us anymore. The world does not fear the United States anymore. And they've been slowly but surely working on it strategically, and I totally fucking feel that we have something big in the fucking works. I don't know if anybody wants to fucking look at it that way, but I'm sorry. I'm fully expecting shit to just go downhill because if we end up taking troops and running them off to two different countries, where does that leave us? at home. You see what I'm saying? It's a game of Risk. If you've ever played Risk, you know how Risk works. The more men you have on the board, the better off you are. But if you split your shit away from a certain area, somebody always goes in and swoops in that area.
They got our troops spread all over the fucking planet right now, and then you even get like majority of them. Even you split them off in more massive. Oh yeah, I get it, dude. It's
You see what I'm saying? Like, we're already split up around the fucking world, and we just brought back a shit ton of troops from, overseas. And you know that those are the first motherfuckers that are gonna end up fucking getting fucking enlisted back into that shit. You know
So, what do you
what
think?
I'm saying? Like, it's gonna, in my opinion, in my view, everything that I've seen as far as the world chess game is going, I have a feeling that we're getting fucking swooped in from either side, and these are just distractions to get us to fucking bring down our guard here.
Right.
China already fucking owns the good majority of our debt. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could fucking call it in and say this is really the fucking United States of China now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they really wanted to play that fucking game, they could go that game, but we all know that's a political game and that's a year game. Whereas if you split them up, you make them weak, and you go in and you take it over, that's completely different story. You don't have to wait years. You just have to wait months and body count. And we all know that these motherfuckers are unsympathetic. They don't care. They don't care about the normal person going in, enlisting, and putting their life at risk. They don't give a fuck.
No.
Not unless it's one of their own. So that's my dreadful downfall prediction, Nostradamus prediction.
Right.
I have in my closely at a World War III. And I don't think it's going to be a nuclear war, because nuclear war just doesn't make any sense. Why kill all the fucking ground that you're trying to take?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Then what would be the next? What would be the next option?
Invasion.
Like boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground, but old school. Bringing it back old school, man. Old school worked. This new shit don't work. Old school works, though. Plus, if they can situate, if China can get to Taiwan, then they have no problem getting their bombers over here in one shot. That is the goal. You have to think art of war, bro. So instead of having their fleet go across the fucking ocean, and they got aircraft carriers fucking sitting there, which are easy fucking targets for fucking planes, why not take over a territory where you can fly your fucking plane or shoot your fucking missiles that can go that fucking far without having to worry about them getting taken down? You know what I'm saying?
Do you think,
like,
I wonder if like Crimea, Ukraine is
if you
actually
start we've always
like a
done.
missile strategic area. I wonder if like a military strategic, like if you put missiles, if he put missiles in Ukraine, would that be closer to certain allies or certain countries or something? I don't know, man. I was just sitting there thinking about that too. But because I know they got the
Right.
pipeline and others resources and stuff like that. But I was wondering if it was like military.
Fucking polar man. I'm sorry. I'm reading his fucking quotes over here, and he's talking about the Alzheimer's president scenario. No, I hear you, man. But you're not going to have that.
I picture that what was that movie? Oh shit, I can't remember the name of the movie, but where it's the guy he's riding a damn bomb, the big
all the way
nuke
down
bomb.
with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, with the cowboy hat. Yeah, I've got that movie. I've got that movie actually. I can't remember what its name of it is right offhand. But anyway, that's what it reminds me of.
Dude,
the red button thing.
Telling you that Ukraine fucking is a distraction to get us to split our troops and make it less effective against China. China and Russia have been working together for quite some time. It's been in the news. Like, they're not enemies. They have been working together on research together. And then on top of it, now you've got the fucking Middle East all fucking pissed off at us. Which gives another fucking leeway of, people that don't like us. We're slowly but surely getting surrounded by countries that are getting sick and tired of the US. And why not fucking take over the superpower? You know what I'm saying? Why let that superpower always come over to your country and bomb? I think it's about fucking time they got some of their own. Not that I'm saying that. I'm saying like this is the way some people fucking think, man. Like, some people have no problem with saying, yeah, they should fucking come over here and fucking bomb America. Fuck them assholes always going over everywhere and fucking bombing people, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when is it our time? Because, it's been a long time since war has actually been brought to this soil. And I don't think 9/11 was the beginning of that. I think that was our own fucking thing. I've gone over those tapes. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work.
Right.
And you know what the fucked up part about it was? Is I was supposed to be there that day. I ended up getting drunk and hungover, and me and my friends decided not to go. I was actually supposed to be in New York that day, going to the fucking towers.
Well, I was watching.
It just
I
didn't
was
have a
watching
fucking
it.
set time. Then I could tell you that, yeah, I was supposed to be right there, but
Yeah, I was
I
watching
woke
when
up to
this.
my phone blowing the fuck up because my aunt. Go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I worked in a bar at the time, man, and I was kind of hooked up with the dishwasher, and she was this cute little chick. Next thing you know, man, I'm asleep. All right, and next thing you know, she's busting my door in, man. Turns on my TV, and that's when the second one hit. We were watching that live footage thing, and I was like, "What the hell are we watching?" You know what I mean? It was like I thought it was a TV show at first, and I was like, "Damn, that's
Right.
crazy ass shit." But um, that's when uh, right at that moment, I was like, "Well, that's getting a little too close to my backyard." So I came back down to Florida. I was in North Carolina at the time, so I was like, "Okay, that's a little getting too close." See, the only thing is now now I live right next to two fucking big ass military bases, man.
Yeah.
What better
Well,
targets? You know what I mean?
and that's Arizona's problem is we have a big base here in Phoenix. And then we have Davis Monthan, which is like the main air base of Arizona out here down in Tucson. So we have two major targets. Up here in Phoenix, it's Luke Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So we got those two bases that we have to worry about. But yeah, man, it was fucking crazy. Like I woke up to my phone just going off and off and off because my aunt knew I was going up to fucking New York. And
Yeah.
I pick up the phone. I'm like, who the fuck is this? She goes, it's your aunt. You're home? Yeah, I'm home. Why? Have you been watching the news? I'm fucking hungover, passed out. She goes, turn on the news. And as soon as I turned on the news, that's when it showed the second plane hit. And I was like, oh man. But
Right.
a lot of that just didn't jive with me. I'm sorry, it didn't. Like, the towers have taken a hell of a beating over the years. Those things have been fucking attacked. I don't know how many fucking times from below and above. So for them to just fucking collapse the way they did, and then a third building to collapse the way it did, that had no parts of it whatsoever. No other buildings were damaged except for that third building that had government fucking offices in it. And the fact that they found to the terrorists on the ground right there, not fucking burnt nothing, something's wrong. Something's wrong, in my opinion. That's my opinion. You can call me crazy. I'm a conspiracy nut. I love that type of shit, man. But I even found footage. There's still footage on YouTube that shows the second plane going in, like right almost directly below it. And there's no call signs on those planes. No United, no Southwest, no decals whatsoever on the tail fin, on the wings, on the sides. You can see it clear. And there is no decals on that plane, which tells me that was not a commercial flight. It may have been the same style plane, but it was not from a commercial flight.
Right.
But then we also had people saying that Trump's when Trump was just out here down in Florence, it was a body double. That conspiracy out there too. You think he would use a body double? I don't think he'd use a body double.
Man, I've come to think that anything's fucking possible, man. Um,
You know,
or for people that have the resources, put it that way. People that have the resources, almost anything's possible to do whatever the fuck they want to do. All right,
uh-oh.
you know.
Polarman's like, want to hear something weird related to 9/11. I'd love to hear something weird about 9/11. I'd love to hear something weird about anything.
9/11 was weird. That was what weird about it. It was
I think my favorite. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna ramble.
Oh, my favorite conspiracy theory right now is that birds are actually government cameras, like pigeons and
Please,
shit, are government
please,
cameras.
please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that.
Yes, there is a conspiracy theory out there that are
Oh,
the birds are cameras, and when they're sitting on the power lines, they're recharging.
okay. All right, check this out. I have met somebody that literally he claims that he believes this that all pigeons are robots.
Yeah, yeah, there was, and that was another thing, and I didn't bring that up as well. Polarman says that somebody that he knew, her daughter was there in New York, and when the planes hit, her radio went out. In fact, all radios went out in the whole surrounding area, cell phones, everything went out, which screams EMP. You know what I'm saying? So he's right. There are the scary ideas out there that an EMP was set off along with everything else to wipe certain hard drives and shit like that in the surrounding area, but not confirmed. Do you find it kind of funny? Have you ever seen X Files, the original like X Files movie, Anarchy?
I might have. I think I have. It was a long time ago.
You remember how it starts out? Where it starts out where Mulder and Scully end up at this government building that had a bomb inside of it. They were clearing it out because of a bomb scare, and Mulder comes across a vending machine that isn't working, and that ends up being the bomb. Well,
Yeah.
the bomb tech comes in and tells Mulder to get out, because he's got to fucking disarm it and blah blah blah. And Mulder's questioning him on his decision because there's not enough time in his opinion, but the guy still kicks him out. Mulder gets out, and all the guy does is just sit there and watch the bomb go off. And it took out the government building. Like, they put it flat out. Do you agree that, in movies and shit, like, they pretty much put it flat out on what the fuck they're doing? Like, they're letting the fucking public know? Or is that just my conspiracy theory?
So, well, I mean, it brings me the question of the Simpsons when I start thinking of things like that too, because it's another thing that pops in my mind. And then different other things like, all right, that's check this out. Um, with the advancement of technology, I mean, even down to the quantum computers, even some of these ones that are actually more advanced than the D wave and all that stuff, man. But I was sitting there thinking about it. It's like it's inevitable. Something it's going to awaken. You know what I mean? In the computer realm type scenario, something's going to awaken.
You keep going on with that AI.
Yeah.
I think you're seriously stuck on the whole Skynet
Well, it's
conspiracy.
real. That's the thing about it. It's real. It's for real, and That's the thing
It
about it.
is real.
Yeah,
And we're
they were
already like
using
creating
they
our
were
own
using
doom by making robots.
yeah, they were using it for autonomous with drones for like the Hell was it the no the not the Hellcat um what do you call it? The Predator drones. It's a program. It's actually called Skynet. And this thing actually, there was one time, it was years ago. It was probably I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago, something like I don't know, I can't remember. But they were doing some maneuvers, and I think it was Iraq or somewhere. I can't remember exactly this.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but it was running autonomous. And evidently it went rogue and actually killed a bunch of like innocent people. They swiped it on when the news actually got leaked out. They tried to hide it. I mean, as far as I don't even know if you can find anything on it or not. I haven't looked at it in a long time. But yeah, because I
Yeah.
was looking into the technology when it comes down to it, just on autonomous robots, drones and cybernetics and all that. Man, I'm following that. I've been following that. Put it this way, you know that Sophia robot that you know which one? You know that robot I'm talking about? They call
Yeah.
Sophia.
We watched a video on it.
Okay, well, all right. Now that thing right there, I've been following that thing for about 10 years now, because that's about how long this thing's being developed. And man, that's just one aspect of what's out there. And then you think about like even like any of these companies that they present, like even Elon Musk, he's not going to sit there and showcase something that he's going to build or whatever he's gonna put out there if he hasn't already done the testing and have it running and ready. You know what I mean? He's gonna have that thing built and ready to go before he even unveils it. You know what I mean? That's just like on any company. All right, and um, you think about what they're unveiling and making public when it comes down to what they. Oh, by the way, we can do this. We got this. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
there's a lot of stuff that they've been experimenting with. You know, when it comes down, even technology that people have just been inventing in their garages and shit that got snatched up and all their technology was taken up, kind of like a Tesla scenario.
Right.
I
Well,
mean, a lot of
there's
stuff
times
like that
that
guy
that
that
happens,
invented that
man.
car that ran on water. You know what I mean? So
Well, if you make a threat towards a big target, you know, if you make yourself a big target, man, and you threaten the way that people make their money, they're all shape or form. If you're gonna take from them, fuck no, fuck no, that you can't take from them. I mean, come on, look at all the bullshit now. I mean, they just raised laundry detergent prices, and they're trying to fucking. What is that for? Why are you doing that? Because you didn't make your profits last quarter or something like that? Like, there's no need to raise those prices right now. There really isn't. No manufacturing costs have gone up, not to my knowledge. So the only thing that's changed is there still that fucking thing going on where they have those big fucking massive all those ships sitting out there waiting to fucking deliver all their cargo? Because that's the only thing I can think of is like maybe like supply and demand type shit is the only reason why they would raise the price. But you're also getting less in everything as well.
dude, yeah, it's uh, it's getting crazy, man. Because I mean,
If
I've
you haven't
noticed it
noticed, a lot
just
of
in
your
my local
products are
area.
getting your ounces are getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, but just like fucking Canada, I've been stocking up on my food and shit, so that way just in case, because right now Canada's about to go through a shortage and a half.
What's up, NC girl, new guru?
What's up? I haven't been watching.
Yeah, right
I've
on.
been slowly,
Oh, wait
but
a minute.
I've been slowly but surely been reading, and like I'll turn away because Like, I'm trying not to interrupt you because
Oh no, I ain't worried about it.
all I see is Brian EMP Laser Secret Tech 410. These
Dude,
are
I just noticed we got a slight delay between us for some reason, you people. I don't know why this time. It's I'm just trying to time it right when we talk. That's all.
yeah, I kind of figured that's what was going on.
Yeah.
I got to get my heater out here. It's starting to get cold.
Oh man, as soon as that sun went down, man, the temperature started dropping. It's supposed to get down in the 20, down to 20 tomorrow and Sunday. I'm like, I'm not looking forward to that crap, dude.
I don't want that either. Fuck that.
I
Like,
mean,
it's bad enough that
that's
we're
supposed to be
getting
the
down into
actual
like
temperature.
45 degrees over here.
Yeah.
I consider that cold. That's cold. Fuck that. I've got a heater up underneath my ass at that point in time in here.
Well, I'm gonna try if I can. I'm gonna try and get all my dogs in the house, so I can have them all in here. You know, body heat, all that stuff, and then on top of that, none of them's outside. So I'm gonna try to. I got one that doesn't like to come in the house. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Might let him get out there and let him sit
He
out in
says,
the
yeah,
cold
I
for a little
wrote some
while.
letters to the White House. Right? And then I mysteriously had 3 attacks on my life that happened back. What did you have on them, Brian? What did you have on them?
Oh man. See, that's another thing. If anybody's got anything on them, we gotta have backup, dude.
Right? You don't let them
Got
know you got it.
for one, until you know what I mean. Yeah, or that'd be something like it would be like anonymously just put out,
Here you're
and then
pulling,
like as they
right?
say, death by a public opinion, as they say.
Yeah. Oh,
What's up, NC girl? What happened?
that sounds like a nude guru quote right there. Brian Griffin, he goes, govern means subdue, manipulate, control, rule over. If you put a governor on an engine, you rob that engine of power. That's what government does to you. He goes, I know, so I'm a threat. Yeah, that's the problem with all of us is we're a threat because we know and we're trying to get the information out there. Even though we have some crazy conversations about birds being fucking cameras and stuff. I mean, that's not
Oh,
true.
dude,
We all know that's not true, but
I actually kind of give him shit
I
about
love
it.
getting into that shit.
I was like, dude, I told him I could shoot one with a BB gun. And I can bring it to him. I can tell you, I show you. This is not a fucking robot, man. There's no cameras on this motherfucker. You know what? This guy, he actually believes that pigeons are robots. All right, and there's actually real pigeons, but they're released on purpose by the CIA. They got like little pigeon farms purposely released, so they would mix in there with the robots and make you think that there's no such thing as robot pigeons. And yeah, for real, he's like that, you know. That's what
They won't believe you. You could bring them a real pigeon. That one's the
dude, yeah,
fucking that one's
yeah,
the decoy. That one's the one that makes them all look real.
dude. If I was sitting over there and it's like, okay, just point out any pigeon, and you know, and I would shoot it down, boy. Okay, here you go, there you go. So no robot, no robot.
Well, see, the whole thing is you have to have 10 pigeons to your one camera. So
Right.
so many odds of getting the fucking camera. And usually, if you take the first shot, you're going to get a real one, which scares the rest of them all away, including the camera. So you can't get the camera. It hides.
Dude, I was sitting there thinking
I've
about it,
heard
man.
that too. I've
Yeah.
heard that too. I've dived into that little conspiracy.
dude, they were talking
Oh,
about oh my gosh, just listening to this guy talk, I was like, oh my god. Um, it makes me wonder, because I'm like, okay, do you really believe this, or you just fucking trolling us, that kind of shit. But it just like he said when he talks, he tries to make it sound so sincere. So I don't know, I don't know, man. It's crazy. If he believes this for real, that's just like okay. I mean,
right.
I'd like to know what convinced him of that. For instance, it's like, does he see a lot of robot pigeons all the time? It's like, did he have a robot pigeon come visit him or something?
I
Uh,
don't know, but I found out on a lamp pole down in Gilbert. Somebody stuck it to a lamp pole and it said something about like pigeons or robots and it had a little website. So I went to it and I found this out and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I spent like a whole night in here, like going down that rabbit hole and trying to get into chat rooms like discords and stuff where these people were talking about this stuff.
I can
I mean,
I
I
can
was having some fun.
I can point you to a YouTube channel actually. Now I think about it, that where the guy I'm talking about, I can point you just directly to his YouTube channel, which I am not promoting at all because he's a jerk off, dude.
He's a
But
jerk off.
I'm telling you, man, he is, man. Because all right. For one, on the vax scenario, all right, he's like all about like the government having the. And he's like he supports the government going having the authority to just snatch you up and then fucking detain you indefinitely and then put the shit in your arm and all that stuff against your will and all that. He's all for that. So I mean, yeah, he's a loony bin in my opinion. But either that or he's a paid shill trying to, you know what I mean? I don't want to fucking know, dude. You know what I mean? But he's in the UK though. He's not in the US, but he's in the UK. But it's still, um, it's
Yeah,
one of them
but
things
people
like
in the
that
UK think
mentality.
differently too.
But that's a
They have a different
mentality, but
mentality.
it's a mentality that's here in the US also. You know what I mean?
Well, there's been stories about, especially out here on the West Coast, I think around Oregon or Washington area. Don't quote me, but I've heard of like vaccination fucking camps, or they don't call them camps. They're like, enclosures. They were seriously thinking about it's like basically a fucking little, like what they used to do with the Japanese back in the day. They stick you in these little fucking houses and shit if you don't want to get vaccinated. Like they're seriously thinking about going that fucking far with it. It's ridiculous. Camps are already up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the fuck they're waiting on or what they're doing, but if Portland was any fucking idea of what they were going through before when people were just getting snatched up off the street by unmarked fucking vans and you didn't even see markings on the fucking people at all, like no military markings, nothing except for flak jackets, big fucking guns, and them pushing people into a van and then taking off. If they were able to do that back then, what's stopping them from doing that now? You
Right.
know? And I haven't even like heard from anybody, nobody that's gotten snatched up. I've been looking for like people up on YouTube to be like sharing stories about how they got snatched up out there. I haven't been able to find a damn fucking thing on it. So if anybody has anybody that's been snatched up out in that area around that time, if you know any YouTube videos, send me some links.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I'd
and
love to
then on
check it
top of
out
that, if
because who
anybody
snatched them
actually
up?
sees anything, yeah, if anybody happens to see anything like abnormal, not really normal. Get your freaking camera out. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Well, and like I said, I've come across a few YouTube videos where people were able to catch it on film. And they saw the fucking, like, these unmarked little minivans roll the fuck up, guys armed to the teeth, come out, they grab a couple of protesters, threw them in the fucking van, and then took off with them. Like, there was no, like, get down on the ground, you're under arrest. No, these motherfuckers, they didn't care if they were handcuffed or not. They gripped them up and they threw them in the van and took the fuck off. So
All
that
right.
doesn't tell me police. And that doesn't tell me they've got backup because they didn't look like that was their backup, you know?
Yeah, I had to take
Yeah.
care of a fucking bot. Hold on. I had to go on a bot attack.
There's probably been a couple of them.
Dude, check it out. Check it out. Yesterday, I was
Here, I'll
doing a
help you out.
stream. I was just all I was doing was fucking sitting there doing a radio stream. All right, and the chat got attacked by those ones that just keep on. They just like repeat over and over and over and over and over again, like really faster than you can delete them. You know what I mean? That kind
Really?
of shit. Yep, it got nailed. And I as soon as it started, I just ended the stream right off the bat. But yeah, it got.
I think I would have let it go. I think I just would have fucking deleted each one as it went down, but I would have
Dude.
let it go. Why? Because that's a lot of comments.
Yeah, well, yeah, no.
No, do they
It's-
get counted if they get deleted? I don't think they get counted if they get deleted.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't really care. It's not my goal to have comments.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Uh,
I know you're not out here for that.
oh yeah, dude. Hey, but I kind of like tiptoed into another platform though. I tiptoed
What'd you do?
I tiptoed over into
Hey,
Discord.
Cuba.
Yeah.
I have a Discord. I just don't have it set up. I
Oh,
don't.
right.
I haven't jumped onto that platform. That platform. I got to get used to that platform. That
Oh, right
platform is
on.
something that needs to get. I need to take my
It's not
time on.
necessarily user friendly, I agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's got some qualities. It's kind of neat. But yeah. Anyway, independent got me kind of um, like held my hand to go into it in a sense, because once I got it kind of set up and all that stuff, once I got in there, she kind of like showed me around, and we can do like a FaceTime talk like what we're doing now, like in a sense, but on that, but I don't know, it was just
Right.
kind of neat. I don't know. So
Yeah, there's a lot of cool features on it. It's just a lot to take in. Like you
yeah,
have to sit down and actually you can't just go, "Okay, I got my shit all signed in. I'm good." That's
yeah.
it. It's not that fucking user friendly.
Well, no, I'm more looking at it more like a networking type of scenario, because where I can get a little bit more reach on certain aspects, but I don't want to like go off in a whole bunch of different types of like platforms and all that stuff. So I'm trying to keep it all simple, and I'm just tiptoeing right now, tiptoeing,
Yeah.
because I'm still kind of analog, dude. You know.
Well, I'm right there with you. I'm I'm pretty much like multitasking. I really don't like jumping on everything that I'm on now. I can't even keep up with it all. I keep forgetting about certain platforms I'm on. Like I haven't even touched my BitChute. I've set it up, but I haven't touched it.
Oh, right on.
And Twitch, I'm still trying to figure out Twitch because for some reason I can't fucking. It's like D Live. I can't download movies onto it just yet for some reason. I've been streaming to it, no problem, but I can't. My streams don't stay on there, so it's not like people can come back onto my channel and check out the past streams that have been on there. So that one's kind of confusing on me. There's a couple of them that I'm like, why the fuck did I sign up for this bullshit?
Right, right. Yeah.
But there is a good one. If you haven't checked out Minds, like
Okay.
minds.com, it's like a form of Facebook, but a much freer
I'm
form of
looking for
Facebook. Like fuck you want on there
I'm
and
looking
not
for
really
some
have to
like
worry about it.
I'm looking for some like live stream type talking like stuff like this. But I'm looking around for stuff like that. That's the reason why I kind of got drawn to it. But yeah,
And
that's
that's what I've been looking for. But
yeah.
it's hard to find platforms like this that'll actually bring people together. I think I've only had one platform that I've actually sucked in people from, and I just had a shitload of people go into it.
Right.
Twitch and D Live, I can run a 12-hour live, and it's like maybe one or two people will pop in, and that's it.
I've looked around D Live, but I'm just like I didn't. It's not user friendly either, and I couldn't like maneuver. I couldn't navigate in there. I didn't know how to. It was difficult to get anything or see anything. Like even look for people or whatever. I don't know. To me, it was difficult. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
yeah,
trying to find something that's a little user friendly, and I don't know. The only reason Mesa is because I know some people that
I
are
hear
over
you.
on Discord and stuff like that. So there's already kind of like a core network as it is, and then kind of want to. I think if I build it, they will come, kind of thing. Kind of like my YouTube channel. I mean, it's taken me a long time to get where I'm at now, but still, it's like I feel like I built it. They will all come. I mean, I don't have to. It's not. I'm not doing it for the clicks and the views, but I'm just building it. I'm just building it, man. Because I'm just building it up. I just put. You see, I mean, over the time I've put so many videos up so much, and that's not even all of them either. Because I had another channel, man, that got deleted. I don't know if I deleted it. I can't remember, but it got deleted.
Right.
And I had a bunch of stuff that I lost on that. Because I had a phone that actually like ended up having to go through like a factory reset, lost a lot of shit that way. It was crazy, but there was
Well,
a lot of stuff.
normally what I do is I'll just upload whatever videos I got straight up to YouTube on private. And then when I go to and I hardly ever edit, but when I do edit, I'll screen record it and then I'll put it all together and then I'll throw it back out there into the public. So that way, at least if my phone breaks or anything like that, I have my fucking video somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I can always access it from my YouTube and I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about anybody seeing it until final product. But we all know how I run for the most part. I just throw my fucking video up there and let you have at it like the whole way. Like I try and give that perspective on where we come from, how we approach it, how we act. I don't want that. Well, you cut it here, so you said something right there which pissed off the cop, and then you turned your camera back, or you started the film right there where the cop was all up in your face. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that bullshit. I want people to see that if the cop acts like an asshole to me, he's acting like an asshole. It wasn't me. I'm out there just to record. So I think I think it's not the best approach because, obviously I'm not up there, like a lot of people are that do that, but I think that I think it gives a fair example on, what we do, what we go through and how we approach things. Not
Well,
all
I
of
mean,
us are out
it
there for the
makes me wonder.
reaction.
It makes me wonder. It's like when this stuff is actually submitted into to become a bill and all that stuff. What kind of resistance do they have to this shit? You know what I mean? There has to be some kind of resistance to uphold, what's already there, like the Constitution, all that other stuff, all that jazz, against because this is totally blatantly violating it, and it goes against it. I mean, there's so much stuff. It goes all the way back from right after the damn thing was written, the Constitution and Bill of Rights and all that stuff. It was pretty much like it was probably literally like the day after it was written, they started fucking around, messing around with different legislation to kind of like circumvent it ever since then. You know what I mean? If I was to be on a reality sense, that's probably what happened. They signed it in. They're like, oh shit, what do we do now? Okay, well, we can probably do this. We can probably do that. You know what I mean? And they've been doing it ever since. So they've been doing
Well,
thousand little cuts on it, little cuts on it. You know what I mean?
it's all about the legal loopholes, man. And it still
Yeah.
happens today. I mean, that's how people get their cases beat is, oh, wow, check this out. I found this, and we can use this as a legal loophole to get you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole bunch of legislation out there that not any one person can know all of the legislation out there. There is no fucking possible way. You could read every single fucking book and it doesn't matter because in between those times that you were reading those
Oh,
fucking books, more
oh,
legislation has been fucking made.
you people, check it out. Check it out. Check out the chat. Check out the chat.
Oh,
This is what happened yesterday.
of face wishes online. What?
That happened to me yesterday. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. I must be hitting the big time, man. You know what I mean?
You are, bro. Hell, I haven't even had that.
I must be
That's
getting.
Epic's girlfriends right there.
Is that's what it is, man? Score.
Epic
You know.
Epic gets mad. Epic gets mad whenever I time him out. He calls me a chat tyrant because I keep timing out all of his girlfriends.
Okay, where's my the modest squad at anyway? Well, hold on. I'm gonna have to time them out. I'm gonna have to do some timeouts. Oh shit! Some other people got them. Yay! New guru guy. Right on the money. Right on it. Okay, I had to double check through fucking. Right on. Thank you, new guru.
Is that the same person? Is that the same person, or is that all different people just with the
I think
same
that's
name?
like each one of them is different. I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait a
Oh,
minute. No, wait a minute. No, that might be the same one. The one they did yesterday, they all were basically the same, just worded just slightly different. So each one of them was its own account, but they looked just like that, and it
yeah. They
flooded
must
the
have hit
chat.
you. They must have hit you with like preset like clipboard stuff.
Yeah, like a what did they call it? Like a mob chat type of thing, or whatever, like a um what do they call them? Like, no, it's like one of those computer farms. They go in there and they fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? They do that mass fucking chatting or whatever, mass texting.
I
I
had
don't know.
some guy named Spinny. His people came and like spammed the shit out of one of my lives one time, and it was all just insults on trying to get me to go over to Spinny's channel. And it was like, Spinny thinks you're a coward because you won't go over to his channel. I'm like, I can't go over to his channel right now. I'm live. Tell him to come over here and say hi.
I hear you.
And all people over their insults. I was having a fucking good old time. The mods were having a good old time because they had a whole bunch of people to time out and have fun with. And then it eventually just stopped because I wouldn't give in and go check out Spinny until they all left. Then I went and checked out Spinny. He's a guy that scratches lottery tickets, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So I had some guy that scratches lottery tickets. One of his groups came in and like spammed the shit out of my stuff, but I thought it was quite hilarious. At least it was intelligent conversation, somewhat. Somewhat. It wasn't just some crazy freaking link or stuff like that where it just like popped up in different emojis. But I think
Wolverine.
that's the last time it happened.
Yeah. Wolverines.
Sub Wolverine.
I love that movie. Shit. Can't even remember. Man, I'm a brain farting over here. Can't remember the shit. It's that old timers disease, I guess, kicking in.
Hey, I'm right there with you. With as much crap as I've been dealing with the last couple of fucking weeks, I'm surprised I even know my own name. So,
Well, I had to
like,
really think. I had to think hard about my phone number the other day.
right. Well, I ended up going live like the other day, and I don't normally say like my kids' names and shit, and I think I said all of my kids' names on there on my live, and I ended up telling people my name, like my first name, and I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? Like, I'm not even fucking here right now. What am I doing on this live? I need to leave.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Right? But I left it up. People wanted to try and go and find it. They can go and find it. And
Yeah,
I
buddy.
don't know. I just left it up there. I'm like, fuck it. That just shows I'm fallible. You know what I'm saying? Like we all get stupid sometimes. Every single person gets stupid sometimes.
Wolverine, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I used to be before cell phones came into play, before they were even invented and all that shit. Back then, I could remember. I memorized everybody's. I could memorize almost everybody in my fucking class in school, and my phone numbers, and everybody's all that stuff. I memorized all that shit. Cell phones came into play. Hell, the damn cell phones are smarter than me now because they know all my phone numbers, and I can't remember shit.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree with you. I'm
It's
right
like the
there with
damn
you.
cell phone's like my fucking brain when it comes down to cell phone numbers now. I mean, um, it's that convenience. It's like I just
Shit,
my memory doesn't work as good anymore.
right, right. The only numbers I still have memorized are my mom's number and my dealer's number. That's it. That's it. Who I get my weed from and my mom. Those are the only two numbers I have memorized. I have to look in my own phone for my own number sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank God for autofill.
Right.
I get stupid sometimes. All the bullshit. I hate when he does this. I feel like I need to do a trick or something now, and I'm not. I can't do a trick. Did you see
I
that?
was kind of fooling around, man, and I ended up going somewhere else for a second. I
It's
was
all good. I was like, I
little,
hate it when he does that because I went all full screen. I'm like, now I feel like I got to do a trick or something, and I don't know how to do any tricks.
no, I didn't see that.
And then you pop right back in.
No,
I'm
no,
making
no. My
noise.
fat fingers keep on pushing different. See, man, stupid, stupid fat fingers. It's cell phones, small, all that shit. I'm just like,
Off my phone, but my phone doesn't like to work for anybody's lives but mine.
well, man, I'm just making the best of what I got so far. And every once in a while, I got a stylus type thing too, man. But I don't always use it.
Yeah,
All right.
polar man.
Hey, oh, you want to come up here, Wolverine? He's got something he really wants to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Wolverine? What's going on?
What's up?
What's up?
What's happening, man?
Same
Oh,
old,
I
same
got the
old.
wrong camera up. Hold up. Let me change it real quick. Usually I'm not used to the phone. I got to get used to the phone again. Ah, man. Holy shit. Michigan sucks. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, brother?
Just laying down in bed, watching news, listening to the old lady snore.
Oh yeah. How's that working out
That's
for
fun.
I'm awake. Hey, you people, is that snap camera you got on?
Yeah.
Hey, which one is that called?
That one is called God of Thunder.
Okay, cool. You know that you know why that fits me and shit. Being electrocuted and all. I like that shit.
Well, Raiden's my favorite character.
Yeah, that's what I went looking for was Raiden, and then I found that, and then I found this.
Well, the eyeball is definitely epic. I think the eyeball is the shit, actually. It'd be cool if you could change the eyeball to different eyeballs, but that'd be, you know what I mean? But the eyeball.
Oh my god, what's Adam Schiff doing up here?
Right?
There we go. Hey, you know that remember that Judas Priest song, Electric Eye?
This reminds me of the Neversoft Eye from the skating company.
Cool.
But if you look closely with this eye, you can actually see like a picture in the iris, and it looks like a fountain, like it's a pond with a fountain It's really fucked up. Like I was just messing around with it one time, and I got really close to the camera, and I'm like, "Wow, that's kind of crazy." There's actually a picture inside the eyeball.
Fuck around and find a freaking solar system up in that bitch.
Well, no, man. Like if
No,
you can tell, like you can see the fountain, and as you move
Oh
the
yeah,
eye,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see the landscape as you move the eye. So you can see palm trees over there,
I
and then
kind
you
of do.
stand back over, and you can see like the different environment. Like it's really
Yeah.
weird, bro. There's a whole picture up in the iris, and it makes me think: is it like one of those like weird things that somebody like committed a murder and then
No, it's one.
stuck it up there as like,
It's the
now I'm wearing
picture.
somebody's trophy.
It's the gloss. It's the gloss from the. Maybe it's the
Yeah, I'm
reflection.
out here.
It's probably the reflection of where they took the original picture at from the eyeball, the glass eyeball or whatever, because it's glass and it's got a reflective. So you might be seeing what the picture is, or what the surroundings was when they took the picture, wherever it was. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Wolverine. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. My wife just walked in and she's updating me from where she went tonight. So give me a few
That's the
minutes.
boss.
I'll be right with
No
you.
Gotta
worries.
listen to the boss.
Yep, gotta listen to the boss.
No worries.
Dude, my boss does that to me all the time.
Well, what I heard. What did they say is like a happy wife is a happy life. Is that what they
Yeah,
said?
I try to keep her happy. She get anything she wants from me.
Oh yeah.
It'll be 24 years I've been married to her. Shortly. Yep. You married?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Have you ever been married?
Oh no.
No. No plans.
No. No.
I mean, I'm not saying. But, I mean, people teach their own. It is what it is.
Yeah.
My brother's 6 years older than me, and he never got married.
Oh yeah.
No kids. I'm the only. I'm the only person in my family that actually had kids.
Yeah. I had no desire. I've had no desire. I'm more like for me it's more of a when I want to have if I'm gonna have kids I want to do it when when I can do it, you know what I mean. um
Well, that'll
so
never happen then.
yeah, so there you go.
You could never plan this shit, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, well,
There's no plan in it. I mean, you just when you think you got everything planned out, it never goes to plan. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah,
Because kids are unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. Hell, you're unpredictable. You never
right,
know. You might
yeah,
change your mind 10 years from now and say, I don't want to be with this woman. I don't want to be with these kids. You know,
yeah, right,
you never
right,
know. You might want to say, I'm just not the. Some people get married and try to live that life because, they figure, it's the norm, and they say, nah, man, I'm not normal. Fuck that. I'm different. My dad, he admitted to my mom like 10 years before he died. He came back into her life, or like about the last 15 years of his life. He came back into my mom's life, and he like treated her right and apologized to her for being such a prick, and he never remarried out of respect for her, to back up what he meant in the beginning, which was that he admitted that he was never marriage material to begin with. He should have never been married.
all right,
So
well,
my sister asked him, uh, you know, what's your opinion on marriage? What, give me some advice. And she's like, or he's like, oh, hell no. I know you ain't asking me. I've been divorced twice.
Right? Yeah, my dad's tried to give me a relationship advice before, and he divorced my mom, got remarried to this chick, and then divorced her, and then remarried her, and then divorced her again. And I was like, dude, don't even talk about relationship to me, man. I'm not gonna take advice from you.
Oh
So,
my God. That's crazy. Yeah. The hell somebody talk about in chat? Wolverine. What am I missing here?
what's up, JoJo?
Yeah. What I say here? You people don't dox yourself. Link here. Blah 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 blah. Wolverine foot porn. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, it's going to be interesting. I'm watching a little politics, and it's going to be interesting how they're pushing off one of the liberals off the 9 Supreme Court justices, so that Joe will be able to, so the Democrats can hurry up and pick them, a younger, more activist on the Supreme Court. And I think they playing the Dauphin move, man. I think they're fixing to, in my opinion, I think they're really, this might not happen. This is my opinion. I think they're going to try to put Kamala Harris on the Supreme Court and go to the 25th Amendment
What's
to
up,
get rid of Joe because he's too old. And then Nancy Pelosi would be president.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to try that Dauphin move. That wouldn't surprise you, would? I mean, would it
Well,
surprise you?
the only way Nancy can get the job is if both Biden and Camel Toe were out of the picture. You know, like they died in the air. They died or something. That'd be the only
No.
way she can get the job.
Well, see, Joe could fire his vice president. You do know that he does not like her at all. It's been very transparent in the news. They do not get along. They never seen together, and if they do, they're very short tempered. They're very short conversations. There's rumors in DC how Kamala Harris is like, told to go head on, don't even hang out at the White House, and he wants to fire her. So the best way to do it would be to just appoint her to the Supreme Court, where because old boy's stepping down.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
he can appoint her to the, because it's the president's job to appoint the president or the Supreme Court. So he can appoint her to the Supreme Court, and then Nancy Pelosi can use the 25th Amendment to remove the president of the United States for the rest of his term. Okay, because he's too old, he's making too many gaffes, and uh, the next in line would be her. She would be the president of the United States.
Uh, yeah.
I know you don't see a world of that happening, but I'm telling you, man, don't
Well,
be
no,
surprised.
I'm not saying that. No, I see a world that I don't think some people can see. But yeah, I don't. They have no authority in the first place, dude. They have none at all. And we've got, as a people, need to take that back from us. Uh,
Take what back from us?
our power. No, basically, yeah.
Well, what people you talk about and what power?
People of this country.
Well,
Hell, the worldwide, actually, in a reality sense, but I'm talking more locally because this is where I'm at. Yeah,
you'll see. You'll see.
really. Well, evidently all of us will.
I'm having faith that my country is going to step back. We're going to have a good. There's going to be a red wave, okay, and there's
Yes,
going to be some. There's going to
there's.
be some good out of that,
I don't see
okay.
any legitimacy in government in the first fucking place. I mean, I don't give a shit
Well,
if they sit there and try and pull, and you know what I
all right,
mean.
I get you, but there's always a good thing
What?
when it's going so bad where nobody's respecting you. At least with that other moron in office, people respected us. Now, look, they're laughing at us. We're the laughing stock of the world. So,
And now our government is, yeah, or that corporation is, yeah. Wolverine, you kind of cut out, man. Oh, there he goes.
what happened?
You cut out.
Maybe it was my fat chin hitting the phone.
Okay, it could be.
What was the last word you heard?
Hell, I don't remember what the. I was like mid sentence, so I was like, yeah, I lost track.
But anyways, I mean, to sum it up, if that did happen, it would, in the foreseeable future, it would be in a lot better position we're in right now. We get at least could get a little more control over our country.
What position are we in right now?
Well, let's see. We got the southern border is wide open. There's no security on it. Everybody that's been saying death to America is over here plotting against it right now as we speak. So the enemy we already have, we have to deal with. We're going to have a lot of shit over that in the next 10 years. So if we can get some security back on the border and actually start holding people accountable that continue to perpetuate identity politics and get away from that, shrink government. And if these idiots would keep their promises, we could shrink government. And it seems like the more Republicans in there, it seems like that happens more with the Republicans than it does Democrats, because Democrats continue to make government bigger and bigger and bigger when they keep on shrinking it. And I would love to see the IRS disappear. And that is one of the objectives of the Republicans, which I'm an appliance with. I love to shrink government. If we could shrink government, we could shrink regulations. We shrink regulations. We're freer without regulations than we are with regulation. Just a thought.
Do you think you can govern yourself, or do you need a government to govern you?
Well, what I think don't matter. The reality is,
No. I'm asking you when it comes down to you personally. Do you think you can govern yourself, or do you think you need a government to govern you?
well,
You.
I
I'm
know that
asking you
I
personally.
know I can handle me. If that's what you're asking, I can handle me.
Yeah.
For me and my house will be all right.
Okay. Do you think that anybody else can probably do the same thing?
I'm sure they could.
Okay. Why do we need a few select to govern millions when we can do it ourselves?
Just for the very appearance to say so, because man always wants a leader.
Sure, sure, sure.
I mean, you got to go back in history, you know, like the Bible. The Bible, um, it was our timeline, and some truths in there, some's been added to. But we know that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob really was real. We know that Abraham, before he was Abraham, his name was Abram. And we know that he was saying the same thing you just said, but he said it different. He said, why do we need government when we have God? So basically, what he meant by that is a house divided against itself will fall. So why do you want to, have a kingmaker and have a governor when all we have to do is rely upon our conscience, like you're talking about? Handle your own, right? We don't need no government. Just be free. Handle your own. But they didn't want that then. And according to that, that was where God, according to Abraham, God basically told him that from this forth on, this is the way man wants it. This is the way it is. So that's why we have people that are starving, that are dying in other countries, because they depend upon leadership and government and not on God. Man screws up everything anyway. Especially when they get into that Orwellian totalitarian movement bullshit.
Nobody's coming to save us, man. There's no leaders. There's not even Jesus. Nobody's coming to save us.
Opinions vary.
Well, I know truth to be truth, no matter if people believe it or think it's true or not. It just truth will still be truth, no matter what. And yeah, um,
Like you said, we'll see.
yeah.
My faith is my faith. There's one thing that man likes to do. I'll tell you what our country got to
Where does that
accomplish along with the masses.
where does that faith come from? What solidifies that faith?
Well, let's go with what is the opposite of faith?
Well, no, what created
Hold on,
this
I'm
faith?
I'm answering your question. What is the opposite of faith?
What is
Fear.
that?
Fear. Okay. So hope is another word for faith. So if you don't want to look in the spiritual world, that's fine.
Yeah.
Look in your world and what you call the real world. Okay. Hope.
Yeah.
Obama asked, or they asked Obama a long time ago, hey, what happened to the gold standard? Why are we going off the gold standard? Blah, blah, blah. What is our money relying upon right now? He said, faith in the U.S. So our money Our money is being put out on faith, and they print our money on faith and
Yeah,
hope.
you know what they use for collateral for that debt?
Well, there's all kinds of definitions of what they do, but I'll listen to yours.
Well, they put the American people up for that
Well, there
collateral.
you go. I know. I get it. I get it.
They put
That's
it
why
up.
they said faith and the hope.
Yeah,
It's hope in the U.S.
yeah, just put it on the American people's bill that they're forced to pay.
Yep. So when you have them stupid ass, like for an example, that Paris Climate Agreement, that was the dumbest thing we ever signed to. That put like $5 trillion into the next 9 years. And just to give you an idea what we're speaking on here,
Right.
14 trillion is all this country, including the clothes on your back and everything we own. Okay, just under 14 trillion. That's what it's worth. And we're dedicating $5 trillion in the next 9 years to the Paris climate arrangement and signed a binding contract to that when China and Russia signed non-binding agreements. So basically, so when we went to this new energy plan, it was to go electric, to go green, right? It's all that. To go electric, to go sleep. And now here we go again with the bullshit. Why do we need to sign a binding contract and every other major country signed a non-binding contract? Because what you just said, it's another bill that they're hustling the American people on. And then, check this out. We also find out that the Pacific Ocean, we just had a major eruption out there, one of the volcanoes in the Pacific. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay, do you know the awareness of that and what it did and what they're trying to say about it?
Enlighten me what you've heard.
Okay, so basically what they said in 5 different stories that I've seen on YouTube and other platforms was that the particles that it put back up in the air were reflected to the sun. Okay, and in the sun, basically it's putting us back on the course that we was before we signed the Paris Climate Agreement, which null involves the need for us to even have it, because it's going to reflect it and it's going to save us, and we're back on normal track. So it was a good thing. It was more of a good thing than it was a bad thing. And the reason why they signed the Paris Climate Agreement is because our carbon print was destroying the earth and its ozone. Now they're saying that the particles up in the air is going to reflect the sun away from it, and it'll protect us from the UV rays in our ozone layers. Therefore, we won't need it. And I have the answer to that, and I kind of know why they're saying that. Because the Great Reset, have you heard that? Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Okay, the Great Reset is to get rid of mankind, to get rid of at least 1 to 2/3 of mankind because of their carbon print that they put on the earth. Man, his existence is destroying the earth. It's destroying the ozone layer. So what they've decided to do, instead of waiting on the $5 trillion to put into certain going green and all that other shit, they said to hell with it. We're going to go back to the standard that we was. We're going to pull the Dauphine move on them, steal that $5 trillion from them, and we still don't need to worry about it. And we'll perpetuate the bullshit to continue to hustle the money that we're getting out of the American people. So basically, the Paris Agreement was full of shit because they got a freaking plan to take off at least 1/3 of man with this virus. Yeah, I've been paying attention, dude. I just look like this.
Right on. Yeah. When did you find this stuff out?
Oh, the last several weeks that I've been
Really?
studying.
Really? Right on. Right on. Wait a minute. Hey, Wingnut, when do you think you will be doing another Forge Live? I'm not sure. Honestly, man, I gotta stop being lazy and get my ass in gear, and I'll probably do more in the shop. I gotta get a fire under my ass and do it. Honestly, I need some more inventory and some new stuff, and because I don't know. I've been kind of like in a weird mood.
Hey,
So my creativity is pretty shitty right now. What's up?
hey, I'm gonna jump down, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude and just sit up here and do nothing, man. Me and the wife have been working on a story out here, and I've been trying to break a really big story.
All right, man.
Um,
You have a good one.
dealing with some stuff out here, but she's got some information and we've been working on it. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm still on Anarchy's fucking live. So I ran out here to tell you thank you for letting me up. I had a wonderful conversation. Wolverine, I'm sorry, man. I didn't get a chance to conversate with you. But like you said, got to talk to the boss. And, me and her have been working on something really big together. So
All right, bro. Have a good night.
you too. Later on, Anarchy. Later on, chat.
I'll tell you what. I I'd like to get me somebody knows what they're doing. My
All right,
buddy, my buddy. I'm sure I could probably get him maybe in the middle of summer if I plan it now. I'm sure I can get him over here to build what he has. To put up his antenna. Remember what you and I were speaking on as far as putting an antenna back up?
right on. Yeah.
Get me about 75 foot of coax and run that bitch up there. Yeah, I think I want it again. I'm gonna put that hook up several radios down there. Just be able to switch them out every now and then. Hit the switch and just go in. Have two antennas, one on a lower end, one on a higher end. And
What's up?
What's up,
take care of my business that way.
ASMR?
Somebody just pooped.
Did you smell something when you walked in?
Oh, I came in and it sounded like somebody went. "Meow."
Oh man, I was about to say
Hey,
check your shoes before you walk in. You don't
sorry
get it all
about
over the
that. What's
carpet,
going
man.
on, Anarchy?
That's like clean carpet, man. Watch out.
How you doing, bro?
All right, I'm hanging in there, man.
Man, did you hear the buzzer? What was it 24823? The Russian woodpecker, the buzzer.
On the
You see
radio?
it get, yeah, you see it get hijacked.
No. No. When
Yeah,
did this happen?
for like the past week. UVB 76.
Wait a minute. That's on the higher hand bands though.
Yep,
The
4625 kilohertz.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
What-
They've been pirating the shit out of it. So much so that the broadcast station quit broadcasting for a week because there was so much interference and people bouncing signals off of it.
I
They
haven't
were
heard
playing
nothing down on
music.
11 or anything like that. No.
Yeah, they were playing music. You could hear voices. It was crazy. It's been like a
Yeah.
party all week.
I haven't heard nothing on 11 yet, so I haven't been out there on some of those other bandwidths yet. I don't have the other radio hooked up, so all I've got is 10, 11, and 12 at the moment hooked up. That's the other radio is just sitting on standby. But I do know about it. Now I think about it because I've been watching other people that are keep monitoring it and actually putting videos up and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, here's a SDR stream of it I'll put it in backstage.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, the SWL channel has a software-defined radio that plays it live.
Oh, okay. Cool beans, man. Hell yeah. See, I mean, what that's not even didn't even sound quite like the Russian woodpecker what I'm saying. So I mean, it's like a whole different group. Evidently, you say hijacked
It's like the
it or
new
something.
woodpecker. I
Oh
think
yeah,
the woodpecker was the big antenna array, and I don't
yeah.
think it broadcasts anymore. But yeah, this is UVB 76. The buzzer is what they call this one.
Okay. Yeah. Because I remember the Russian woodpecker that was wandering around all the different bandwidths and stuff floating up and down, and that was crazy. I remember that last cycle. So I'm curious what this cycle's going to bring around. Honestly, taking advantage of the solar cycle too. Now think about it. If you think about on jamming shit, you know.
So yeah, what they did was this site got jammed, and the guy is speculating, but he thinks someone found where the software-defined radio station that it uses is located,
Right.
and they did the transmission in its area, effectively jamming the frequency in that local area. I mean, you'd have to have a really very strong transmitter to match UVB 76, and
Why? But why would you want to just those particular
Yeah,
frequencies?
that's what I was saying.
well, this channel, UVB 76, it's infamous and it's mysterious. No one knows its true intended purpose, what the signals, sounds, and all that means. But this channel that's been streaming it, it's been pretty popular, and so that's probably what they did is track down the site. The dude that runs this channel, and he's got a software defined radio just rebroadcasting UVB 76.
Right.
But he says, the place they said is well secured from break-ins, and but it's pretty fun. And in short, this past week was a pretty funny prank. It was really funny, some of the memes and songs and shit they were saying on it.
Oh man, is this an American thing?
Hey, what's up,
No,
Joe Cool?
I don't think
What
its
do,
origin
homie?
is from America. No.
No,
So
it's Russian.
this is
It's Russian.
a Russian, but it's broadcasting on American.
Yeah, it's coming out of Russia.
Yeah, it's just on frequent.
This is one of Russia's ghost station. You can go on Dark Doc's channel. They've got a really good video about it and its history.
If you got a good radio, man, where you've got a broadband where you can get you can tune into those frequencies that they're talking about.
Are they speaking Russian over there?
Sometimes you do hear voices over it, and sometimes you hear a harsh voice reading a series of names and numbers, and sometimes they play some eerie music in the background. You can hear. Let's see. They found it. It's a broadcast from a military bunker in Povarovo, a small town 19 miles outside of Moscow.
Oh, so it's probably coded.
And nobody knows what the bleeps and the beeps and whatnot. It sounds like a back in the dial-up modem days when you pick up the phone when you're connected. It's what it sounds like to me. But
it's all analog though.
Yeah.
I mean, you can set up a site-to-site data link over a number of things. But number of stations, especially in the Cold War, they would broadcast signals with different ciphers and codes for the spies in that area, because they could just pick up a phone or pick up a radio, get the numbers, and get their orders.
Right.
You barking at puppy.
I'm loving these bots, man. These things are fucking really starting to get on my good side.
Dogs, you say? What'd you say? A bot? What'd you say? You love what?
These bots right here.
Oh, Loveface. Yeah, we had man. I love our bots too. I always make sure
Oh,
to
okay, I see.
say, yeah. Peruvian message. Yes, number station.
Somebody was fuck. I think that was ASMR NE talking about, and yeah, Russian some BNPR.org. Thank you for coming tonight.
You notice they didn't post anymore after that?
That was hilarious. That's the attitude to have, right?
Dude, no, that's like the third time they've done stuff like yesterday. It went on and on and on and on. I had to end the stream.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about them.
Come, seek.
It's the fucking Russians, man. The fucking Russians.
Oh my god, dude, that dog's gonna run out in the road.
It's the Chinese alien Russians.
It's the fucking
Right.
Americans, man, preparing to attack our ass.
Hey, don't you guys have a leash law?
He'll stay on my property. He won't go nowhere.
Better hope another dog doesn't come running out of the nowhere.
You damn whippersnapper, get off my lawn.
Gone.
No, you better not. You better keep him. As long as he keeps him on the sidewalk, he'll be all right. My dog's trained. That's the President Canario, man. He can take on 4 or 5 dogs. He ain't worried about it.
Fuck.
Yeah, but if you had a pit bull come out of nowhere, especially one that was rabid,
he would tear him up. He'd tear him up.
And catch
my dog
rabies.
would tear him up. My dog is a pit bull. He's American bull, American pit, and English mastiff. He's one of those. Look him up, man. You'll see.
He's slow.
Okay. believe that. Believe
English
that.
bulldogs don't move very fast.
It has nothing to do with it.
That's not an English bulldog, is it?
That's a mutt.
Yeah. This mutt would take on you and 5 others, dude. No
I
problem.
ain't worried about no pit bull. They're not
No,
smart
he's
enough
got
to go
some
for your
size
throat.
on him. He's got some size on him.
This dog weighs 140 pounds.
That's
and
why he's so slow. He's
and he's so fast. He's so fast. You couldn't. He will do what you think way before you think it.
Yeah, mini cane corso.
Come on, boy. Inside.
Doesn't sound like he's listening.
140 pounds.
Well, I'll tell you what. He'll be over here before this door closes. You see that?
Yeah, because
that's how he's cut.
You're afraid he's gonna leave him outside again. I don't blame him.
Now you trolling my dog?
It's cold.
How many
out
dogs
there.
you got?
Just one. Only need one of them. Number 1 guard dog in the United States.
I got 5 of them.
My dog. This dog was. I could tell us AMSR don't know what the hell he's talking about because if you look them up, you'll see that they were created to protect the cattle from the wolves in Spain. That's why they were created.
Those are great. You talking about Nordic Wolfhounds and Great Danes?
No,
when
I'm talking about a Presa Canario. Look them up.
I know what a Presa Canario is. Do you know what a Catahoula is, expert? Mr. Dog Expert over there? Mr. AKC?
Cat with Olo.
Number 1 fan? You're muted. So nobody can hear you.
He's selling a dog. God damn it, I told you to hurry up and get in this house.
He's do you have an AKC name badge, sir?
Bring you up. I'm not familiar with Exile, but
oh, I know Exile.
All right, on.
Hey, Wolverine, did you know Huskies are number 4 on the pit bull killer list? Like, so what if a group of Huskies came down the street, knowing that they run in packs?
Well, see, that just shows that this Wolverine guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wolverine, here's that test that we talked about. Let's see how you handle it. And
no,
yeah,
with all due respect, I don't have nothing to prove nobody.
Well, I mean, you're
Well,
on
you
YouTube.
sound like you was trying to prove a lot, saying that's the number one guard
Well,
dog in
hey,
America.
hey, well,
He
it's okay.
is. He is.
Well, they're all part of our family. It's okay.
But the
Good
thing
dog.
is, there's at least 10
Exiled,
breeds
you
that
gotta, you
are
gotta, you
killers
gotta
of
drop
pit
it,
bulls.
homie. He's had enough for one day. We can't be like pushing
Oh,
motherfuckers
okay.
over the edge.
Well, I'm not trying to push him over the edge. It's just
He's
like
coming.
Oh,
He's
what
sure
coming
he
you
down.
are.
says
Sure you are. Sure you are.
it
Sure you
doesn't
are.
follow logic. It just sounds like it's biased.
Sure
I mean,
you
I
are.
was just, saying commonsensical things that like my father would say to me. He's like, "Boy,
Hey,
isn't there a
hey,
leash law?
Exile.
Well, it's a good thing there's not a dog running around with
I was
rabies. That's
waiting
some
for
shit
AC
that
to
my
pop
dog,
in.
like someone would say to somebody when they care. I
Well,
don't
I
know,
know in
man.
my neighborhood
Hey,
we
Wingnut.
have packs
Yes,
of
sir.
wild dogs that come down the street.
How often does SAMR come in here?
What does it matter?
I'm not talking to you,
What? Don't
dude.
worry about me. Don't mention my name then.
Hey,
See,
I'll
the
out of
say
problem you
it.
have,
respect,
You ain't.
Wolverine, is you like
out
You
to
of
ain't
talk
gonna.
about
respect,
a bunch of
Wolverine,
people,
I'm gonna
and
leave because it seems like
nobody
I
cares.
triggered you
Nobody's
with my
talking to you.
question.
Wow, it sounds like somebody's talking a lot of fat man shit.
Hey,
Nobody
hey,
triggered about
hey, I
nothing.
was waiting
I'm
to see
straight.
you bump
I'm
into
Why are
straight.
you,
AC.
hey Wolverine?
Wait,
Why
let
are you
me take.
employing
Hey,
cancel culture with
hey,
Wingnut's channel? Why are you trying
here,
to
let me
cancel me?
go back quiet and let this guy talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are you using cancel culture tactics to try to get me kicked off of Wingnut's channel?
that was a good one. I was expecting Wolverine. I'm sorry, AC to come in. I've been waiting for see them bump heads, because Wolverine was somebody's
Wolverine
trying
would
new.
leave.
He's trying new tactics. And Exiled was that test that I was looking for, and I got to be on panel and see it.
You
So
didn't see anything. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you said
I say
enough,
I got
homie.
to be on panel and see that
Yeah.
what happens with my own eyes when that test comes, because Exile was every bit of that test. Shit.
No,
AC
I
couldn't have
think
did no better.
I think Exiled. He backed off of him.
He did
Yeah.
back off of him, obviously, but he came
Yeah.
to fucking to
Well,
see
he asked
you
some questions. They're good questions.
to see you lose your shit, because he knows how easily you do.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost it.
I have no
I
idea what
didn't
Hey,
you guys
say
are
that.
talking
hey,
Is
about.
that what you thought I
Honestly, I have
said? Is
no
that what you
hey,
idea.
thought I said,
hey,
No,
Wolverine?
Wingnut.
yeah, I have
Hey,
no idea what
Wingnut.
you guys are talking about.
Whenever the air clears, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay?
All
I
right,
honestly
Hey,
Wolverine.
don't
what's up,
give a
Indiana?
shit, really.
There you
I
go.
honestly
There
don't
you
give a
go.
shit one way or the other what's going on because I don't know
There
what's
you
going
go.
on.
There
Y'all
you
Yeah, we're
talking
go.
just
about
hanging
some
out.
other shit, talking about some other shit happened on another stream. That's what
Uh,
y'all
It's
doing.
Wolverine's
right
channel.
on.
What
Right
he's
on.
trying to do is to bring up his drama and issues with people. Like for example, I came on here. We were talking about radio stations, stuff like that, geeking out. You know the difference between people that talk about other people and people that talk about ideas. That's all you need to know. So anytime you got somebody coming in trying to tell you how to run your channel and what you should do, I would probably say, yeah, I think well said. Like you said, you don't give a shit.
I didn't see much, but I saw Wolverine behave good. He didn't bring all up the crazy shit. We did, or you and Exile did. He was, and he did well. Then he muted his mic. I didn't see him doing shit wrong, personally. Now, since I've been here, in fact, he's been
I
nothing but a
didn't see
gentleman.
shit.
All right, I'm going to ask my question now. Wingnut, have you ever seen ASMR in here?
What in my channel personally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been up here before.
Yeah, he has been up here before.
What
Copy
I
about it?
that.
think, I think I'm
What
the.
about that? You taking notes? You gonna add me to your lawsuit?
Yeah,
Hey,
I think I had him up here at least one time before. I think one
Yeah,
time.
we've talked
yeah.
plenty
I,
times.
If I may be
I don't
mistaken,
know.
but even then,
It really doesn't matter to me. But you will find when I am on a channel, you will find people that are going to come and try to troll me, as he
This
did
is
with
true.
dogs, and try
I
to
asked you questions
troll
about
me.
your
Hey
dogs, so
man,
I'm
why are
only
you
talking about
interrupting me?
trolling.
Why
Well,
are
because
you
it's not your
interrupting me?
channel. Because it's
I
not your
got.
channel.
Okay,
I got to be
okay.
honest.
You
I
I'm gonna go
came
yeah,
back.
here
I'm
as
gonna
a
go back
test.
quiet.
I got to be
yeah.
honest. I came here as a test, not to troll you or bring out the worst in you. But I knew just me popping up the last time you saw me, you acted crazy. You didn't let me on the channel. I'd be a test. I didn't come to see you do bad. You were respectful. Blah blah blah. So I came over here for that purpose, and I'm admitting it. I probably wouldn't even be here. Wouldn't even know nothing about this conversation over here. But when I heard you were over here, I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
when that SMAR, whatever he is, I'm just gonna call him SR, all right, for short. So when I
You
say it,
really
I'll
can't
call him
do
SR.
four
So when
letters?
SR
Is that
decides
too
to
much
talk
to be
over me
asked?
and try to exploit his supremacy on me, I
Oh,
really don't care.
supremacy.
It don't matter to me. You
Oh,
don't have
only
none. You
one.
don't have a moral
Nah,
high
don't
ground.
worry. They
You
were
don't know
playing
me
for
like you think you do.
supremacy.
And every
Only
assumption that you
assholes
made,
dispute. You're the
made
only
was
one talking about
1,000%
anybody
off.
else.
You
Protecting
assumed
Wolverines,
you made
protecting
this person
Wolverines. Help it
automatically
hey,
feel like he
Wingnut,
protect by
didn't do
Russian
or
personnel.
say or ask you what was really going on.
What are
You
you even
automatically
talking
just
Wolverines
about?
told him.
protecting the
You automatically just told him that
infiltrating.
I said that I was
Wolverines
gonna
fake
talk about you, and
news.
I just didn't. I just
I'm
had
Let,
one
so
let me
sorry
question.
let
for
me
you,
ask a
Wingnut.
question to everybody out here. What
Uh,
the fuck did you come into my channel to do this shit
I'm
for?
so sorry you got
You're
into
coming
Yeah,
that
into my
mess.
fucking
Wolverine.
house and you fucking want to sit there and talk
Uh,
about all this bullshit. I got no idea what the fuck y'all talking
Thank
about.
you.
Y'all talking
and you,
about some bullshit. I
That's
don't
my
care
whole
who.
point,
I'm
man. I
talking to
mean, I don't know
all
why this
y'all.
Yeah.
guy.
I'm
I
talking to
don't know why this
all
guy did
y'all
this.
right now. I'm talking to all y'all except for a Polar, and he didn't really say anything. He just came
Yeah,
in.
Poland didn't
But I'm
really
just
say
saying,
anything.
all y'all. I'm just like y'all talking about something that happened on another goddamn stream.
yeah.
I don't know
I'm
nothing
not
about it.
saying
Yeah.
nothing. I
Y'all,
didn't
y'all.
say anything that
But I'm
happened.
just saying.
Hold
But
up.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Brother,
saying.
man, I don't care if
Stop
you kick me, dude.
interrupting
I'm going
Hey,
to tell
let
you
him,
the
him say.
facts.
Let
Wolverine.
him
I'm just
talk.
saying.
Shut
Let
up.
him finish.
Hey, man,
This is all. This is all
nobody's going to tell me
bullshit.
what to do.
Shut
Kick
up.
me. Hey, wingnut, kick me, dude.
Be
Kick me.
respectful.
Well, I mean,
I'll be your
Leave.
scapegoat.
you
Just go
can
I'll
ahead
kick
be
and
your
yourself
leave.
scapegoat.
if you
Yeah.
Hey,
really want to do that. You can
Right?
Self-reported.
kick yourself, man.
But
You know what
see,
I'm saying?
Bye.
you sit there and you point out
Put
the
it this way.
obvious.
Put it this
You
way. Put it
point
this way.
you point out the obvious,
I put
bro.
it this to
And
you, Wayne. Hey,
what's
Wolverine,
going on?
Wolverine.
What's going
Hold
on? I
your
don't
fucking
care, man.
horses, motherfucker.
I
Listen to
don't
me,
even give a
motherfucker.
fuck. I don't
Listen.
care, dude. I don't
Listen.
even
All right.
care, dude.
Listen. Hey, is that what
Hey,
you
man,
want?
watch
Listen.
how I
I'll
surpass
let you
this.
walk
you
out on your
can't be
own. I'll
respectful,
let you
bro.
walk out on your own, save face, or I'll put my fucking hands on you and I'll fucking put your ass in the fucking curb, motherfucker. If you want to go that motherfucking route.
Hey, man, go
No,
on,
no,
dude.
no,
Do
no,
what
no,
you
no,
got to
no, no.
do.
Motherfucker, you want me to put your hands on you? You
Go
want me
ahead.
to
Yeah,
put
put your
fucking
hands up.
hands on you, motherfucker?
Yeah, put
Listen,
your hands on me.
listen,
Put
listen.
your hands on me.
All right,
Put
man,
your
maybe
hands
I'll.
on me.
He's uncomfortable. He wants you to put him out, bro. He didn't want to do it
Wow.
himself because he'd have been accused of rage quitting.
See,
He
that's what I'm
needed,
saying, man. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna say all this right now. You're coming into my fucking house.
uh,
I fucking let you in here, man. You sitting in my fucking couch right now. Don't fucking disrespect me. I don't care who the fuck you are. All y'all motherfuckers on here right now. Everybody listening in the fucking chat. Y'all in my motherfucking house right now. Don't
You
fucking
got it, brother.
disrespect me with some bullshit that happened on a goddamn another stream that I don't know nothing fucking about. And y'all want to fucking take it out here? Get the fuck on goddamn down the road as far as I'm concerned, okay? You hear me?
Yep.
I,
I ain't gonna fucking put up with it.
I don't
Motherfucker, I'll
blame you.
fucking come off on you. Man, I'll fucking put your ass on the goddamn curb, big freaking facts. Dude, don't even get me
you were
fucking
very
started, motherfucker.
patient. I
I'm
thought
gonna
you
tell you
was
straight up.
stupid patient.
I'm gonna tell you
Yep.
straight up.
This
You
is
don't
it.
know who in the fuck you're fucking with. And this is all live and in living color. You
All
see what
right.
I'm saying?
Shit. It would have been interesting if
Yep.
we could have just
Golf
maintained
clap.
a civil conversation. It would have been interested, and you'd have been entertained as well. But all that personal shit that came out, shouldn't have been done here. We were getting along at first.
Yeah, we
Everything
had a
was
good
fine.
combo, man. I wish more people would get into ham radio. I mean, there's some crazy number stations out there.
Hey, I'm not sure Wolverine's to blame for that either. I'll leave that shit alone. But I don't
I
know
just
nobody.
asked him questions about his dog, and I said, damn, I said, ain't there a leash law? You gotta be careful, man. You know, rabid dogs and all that shit. And it then became oh, I know you don't know what you're talking about. By the way,
Yeah, he's
I don't know,
sensitive as
man.
fuck, and you knew that when
Yeah,
you
it's
asked
all
about
right.
them
Well,
dogs. He's sensitive.
I forgot he's going through hormone replacement therapy.
You know, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I don't really give a flying fuck, dude, y'all. I
Yep,
really don't.
yep.
Well, we can change it. I thought you needed to hear that after hearing the motherfuckers talking for 40 minutes about his ass.
I'm saying, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not, I don't get paid 10,000 fucking dollars a fucking minute to listen to
Right.
Psycho Dribble. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some motherfucker's fucking therapist out here.
I
You know
live
what I
for
mean?
that
And I
shit,
understand.
bro.
I understand that some people might think that I am. I got some good ears. I listen to a lot of shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But I don't get fucking paid $10,000 a fucking minute. Sit there and listen to fucking psycho dribble. Because that's what I'm not about. You
Uh,
know.
I love the psychology of what people do. Surely that is my draw for YouTube. Why people do and why they behave. I am endlessly fascinated with that.
So what the fuck brought you to my fucking channel? Come to my goddamn stream.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to all y'all. What
Oh,
Well,
brought
I
you
s-
here?
hey,
yeah.
we talk ham radio and CB and shit. I saw
Right on.
you were seeing some CB shit.
I came here
So
because last time I saw Wolverine, I was in his room. He was really shitty and said some horrible things, but it was his shit. So I couldn't respond. And I didn't come here to respond back. You see, I was civil. And Wolverine was civil and everything was fine. Then shit went right.
So you came for Wolverine.
Oh, I definitely came for Wolverine. Definitely. I wouldn't even known you
oh, the
were
fact
alive.
he was here, I didn't care whether he was here or not, but
Yeah, I definitely
Hey,
came.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, you can set your clock by his fentanyl schedule.
I didn't come to do that shit.
No,
It's,
when you get the fucking back of your head blown out with electricity, and you're taking shit like fentanyl, motherfuckers are gonna be unpredictable. It's just part of it, whatever.
so yeah. You know, I might start trolling y'all, or anybody that wants to fuck around with me again. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You guys don't know who in the fuck you're fucking with. You start fucking with me over on my shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, you got to have to you're gonna have to respect because you know that shit will come back tenfold. All y'all. I'm talking to
what
everybody
if
listening.
you
Everybody listening.
all right.
Everybody listening. And this goes for anybody that might be watching this fucking video down the line. Because I don't know, I might not even keep it. Because this is bullshit.
That
What the fuck?
wasn't that
I mean, you
crazy.
know, what the hell? Is this what my channel's all about? Fuck no, it ain't what it's all about. You know, there's a lot of other fuck ass motherfuckers out there that are doing YouTube channels that fucking all they want to do is sit there and talk shit about other fucking channels. I
Right.
ain't that. Just saying. I want to get it straight, y'all. I want to get it straight. You know, Joe Cool, I think you're all right, man. I think some of the shit you do is good, man. Do
Thank you
that.
for that.
You know what I'm saying? Do that. But I'm
Listen,
saying though, you know,
yeah,
all
go
that
ahead,
fucking
go
all
ahead.
that bullshit shit, don't
Yeah.
bring it here. Don't be
You're
following shit, fucking actually thinking maybe something might be there so you can be there for you. What the fuck? What the fuck?
uh,
You cop watching me over here on my channel?
no. Again, no. Certain motherfuckers, man, I get texts, and certain motherfuckers I will follow around, and not for nefarious purposes, and
I mean,
mine
you
with
trolling
his.
somebody on my fucking shit.
No, you didn't see me troll. I
But I'm
came over here to
saying that's
bring
what
out
you
the
here for.
best of
You
him.
trolling
No,
somebody.
no. Every time I go to his room, I bring out the best of him. I
Okay,
ain't
I'm
troll
just saying.
nothing.
All right, but you didn't come here for me. You don't
Well,
know.
I'm
You don't.
sorry. I'm sorry, but that's how you meet niggas to other niggas.
Hey, you know what I'm saying, man? You get what I'm saying, Joe?
Yes, I'm sure every introduction, man, has been someone sending me a room telling me this
Hey,
guy's a
so
piece of
hey,
shit.
is this how we want to introduce ourselves, Joe? I think we
I
met
don't think
before, but I
so.
mean,
I don't know if we. I know I've seen you in chat. People just said your name, but you're absolutely right. No, this is not how the fuck we want to meet. No,
you know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're absolutely right. Can't argue that shit. This is embarrassing as fuck.
Come on, man. You know I'm actually subscribed to your ass, man. Fuck you, man. God
Thank you
damn,
for that.
dude.
I'm sorry to you too, nigga.
Well, that's good to
uh,
hear, man. That's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah,
That's pretty cool because
yeah.
I mean, you know, shit. I've been fucking following you for a while, man. So come on,
Hey
man.
man, I appreciate that, and
Hey, I like when it comes down to I mean, because I've been when I was doing cop watching way back in the day, but I don't do it anymore, man. I did that back before cell phones even were invented. You know what I'm saying?
interests me to no end right there. Yeah.
I did this, man. Was back when we were using VHS camcorders and shit, man.
No fucking way. That's heroic shit.
But back then, it's like, getting the shit out was almost impossible. Now, it's like you get real time. So I like how the movement's been going. So I'm gonna tell you something. I've been following a lot of people on that scene.
Yeah.
All right, for a long time. So I'm watching shit, man.
Right on, right on. I'm less than 3 years, maybe around 3 years since I saw my first vid of these. Since I just even came into the light and all that shit.
Well,
Brother.
hey, everybody's got to grow, and everybody's got to
Yeah,
learn. That's what we're all here for, is learning, right?
yeah,
There's a lot
yes.
of shit out there. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just saying this for everybody up there, man. We're all still learning. We ain't dead yet, so we got to still learn.
You better be learning. With you every day, I'm trying to learn. Confucius says, "Not a day when I walk with man, woman, or child, if they are not my teacher." I don't give a fuck who I'm around. I'm trying to get shit out of them. I have an agenda. I'm trying to learn stuff. If they're too quiet, I'm gonna make them talk.
Got my goddamn blood pressure up and shit. I'm gonna have to fucking smoke a goddamn
I'm
bowl now,
glad,
man.
Hey
motherfucker.
man,
I'm
let's
smoke
burn
with
one,
you,
homie.
baby.
I've
I'm
Y'all
got a
ready
smoke
to
fucking,
get
with you.
ready?
I got half a bowl left, and that's all I've got. And y'all fucking got me
Let's
all fucking
fucking
shit.
smoke that shit, bruh.
Fuck,
Okay. Hey,
goddamn, man.
well,
Let's do
now
it.
I get to ask you questions, Wing. Like I told you, I like to get shit out of motherfuckers. Now I gotta ask you. I believe in God's and God's plan. Now I believe this is how it was destined to happen. You had to get passionate first. Do you think like that? Is that the way your mind works? Anything along I need smoke.
Joe, all our paths are meant to come together somehow. Our paths are meant to meet somehow for
Mm-hmm.
reasons unknown. But yes, we are
Hey,
supposed to meet.
hey, Wingnut,
I agree 1,000%.
I got a question. Do you think I'm up here acting like I'm all that?
It didn't even cross my mind, man.
I know,
It's not
like
something I think about.
look at Wolverine's comment. He says
I'm not even reading
ASMR's
the
up here
chat at the
acting
moment. I'm not even reading the
like
chat at the
he's
moment.
You
all
see,
that
this is what we're
because
guilty of, and
he
this
ain't
is why.
nothing but a puss lip. He called me a puss lip, homie. That's actually kind of funny. Thanks, Wolverine. Appreciate that, brother.
Honestly, man, on his level, man, right there, man. I mean, honestly, that's where the bouncer comes out of me, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather you walk out all that motherfucker on your own 2 feet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you save
Oh, were you a
face.
bouncer?
Hell, I've been in bouncer like 4 different bars around here.
Wolverine is an ex-bar bouncer. He
Well,
was a bouncer one time, and ever since then, it's gone to his head, and he treats people like he's still a bouncer.
I'm gonna
And
tell you something, man.
most
I'd rather not put my hands on you. I'd rather you walk out on
when
your
you
own.
when you
You know what I'm
said that
saying?
you would bounce his head off the pavement, I knew you'd been a bouncer.
Dude, I fucking make him eat a goddamn fucking curb.
We used to my brother used to play a game. He had a bouncer one time, big, huge. I mean, just nobody could touch him. And it was who could throw the drunk the furthest. And so every night, the same dude that always won it, he'd just snatch up a drunk and just fling his ass out the door. And my brother would take a piece of chalk and he'd run out there and draw a line.
This is
He'd
real.
hold up, yeah, he'd hold up $100 bill and say, "Who can beat it?" And many tried, but every night, same guy. He always got that 100.
That is crazy,
You could do
bro.
that shit back in the day. They'll sue your
Hey,
ass
yeah,
now.
that's some old police abuse shit there.
So
Mr. T did that. I don't know if you know, but he got famous throwing midgets in the
yep,
best bouncer contest. Yeah.
Dude, I used to
yep.
know this guy that was probably a little over 4 foot, almost 5 foot tall. This motherfucker, man, he had, I don't know exactly what martial art he knew, but he knew some martial arts. But he used to go into these biker bars and shit, and then go up to the biggest, baddest looking motherfucker, and then poke him in the chest, like, "Hey, man, meet you outside," that kind of thing. And dude, the guy be like he got two things going through his mind. It's like either this guy is freaking crazy, or it's like or into it. You know what I mean?
Right, he's crazy.
Dude, he would go out there. I saw this one time where one guy actually took him out into the parking lot and was wanting to fight him. He started running around at him. I mean, it was like almost like we go between his legs type of fight. You know what I mean? He was like all around him, like a little midget, like all over the place. And I kicked his ass too. And I was like, holy crap! And he did that on purpose just to kind of keep
Yep,
practice. You know what I mean?
yep.
That's crazy as
He'd go to
fuck.
random like biker bars and do that all the
Yeah.
time.
What's the craziest shit you've seen in a bar there, Wingnut?
That.
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of different stuff. Depends on what
If
kind
he
of
got
stuff
a
you're talking.
story
Well,
to
let me
top
put it
that,
this
All right,
bro.
way.
all right,
What's the
check this out.
coolest thing?
The coolest? Well, hell, I don't know, man. I mean, I've seen plenty of boobs, man. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen some meat curtains, homie?
I've seen some pretty nice ones, man. And just so they can get inside, I'll be checking IDs and
Yeah.
shit. Like, hey, I don't have
Yeah.
my ID with me. And they show me your tits, and I'm like, well, no, I don't know if that look. I have to take another look at them, man. I don't think they were old enough,
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see him again.
Let me see them again. But no, that was I don't know. I used to play a lot.
What's the craziest shit?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know about craziness, but was it what's his name? Ron Jeremy was caught in the fucking bathroom, fucking getting a blowjob.
That's pretty up there.
Where'd you work at? Did you work at strip club?
No, man. No, these just regular bars.
Oh, gotcha.
What
Yeah.
about your shit, ASMR? Give me one crazy story.
What? Oh, dude, shit. Man, I remember Ron Jeremy used to have his own line of rum,
Check that out.
and he had a cardboard cutout, and it says it was to the owner of the store, and it says, "All the breast, love Ron. P.S. $50 on eBay.
All right.
I get breasts.
All the breast."
He's an ugly motherfucker too, man. I don't
It's
like it.
amazing that he got as popular as he did. Amazing. He must have
I
been
think
hella
he got
fat in his youth.
he got man, didn't he get jammed up for sex shit, bunch of shit?
I wouldn't doubt it, right? I don't know that.
Yeah, I think he's in prison or some shit.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Ron Jeremy sentenced.
Oh, you already looking it up?
Yeah, you Googling that
He's
shit.
indicted on 34 counts of sexual assault.
Oh,
Rape
fuck.
trial due to begin in February.
Damn.
Sprawling serial rape case.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
I met. What was it? It was probably like 7 or 8 years ago when I met him.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was a while back ago. Probably about 8 years ago.
It's amazing
They got
he
him in
retained
a-
his stardom as long as he did.
Well, I don't know, man. He pleaded not guilty. 34 counts of sexual assault and over a dozen of forcible rape.
That's crazy, right? You would think he worked
21
with
alleged victims,
industry.
ranging from age to 15 to 51, in an alleged pattern of predatory behavior dating back to 1996.
Is he breaking up or am I?
No, he's breaking up. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Smeller, you're breaking up. Going all robot, and I don't like robots.
Robot enabled. Frustration loading. Show Wingnut the meat wallet. Oh no, I can't do that.
I was just thinking, I'm glad ASMR do
Nope.
not have access to this panel because he's been flashing all sorts of roast beef and shit up here. I was thinking
What are you
that.
talking about, homie?
Exile wants to come up. I don't know who Exile, but
Well, he'll be.
He's okay.
Well, okay,
he's
look.
brilliant with that Wolverine.
Originally, I had a question about the radio thing. Just Wolverine started with facts that were not accurate about a dog, and I got drugged into it. I apologize. I did not mean to disrespect your channel, but I would like to ask a question. All of like the music and shows that are in the background, like Asmar said, they've been known for using code. Do you think that's a form of code that they're communicating with?
What you mean? Music in the background? Where Exile?
Well, wasn't that the discussion about what was wrong
Oh
with
no,
that
I
radio
think he
station?
was talking about it was an outright code.
There you go,
I think
Joe
he was
Cool.
saying. Yeah, thank you for that.
You see that, Joe?
Okay.
You're
Well,
welcome.
no,
Okay.
I want them to
I
answer.
didn't catch that part, and that
I
was
could
my
be wrong.
question. Could it
Wingnut
possibly be
and
used as code for
Wingnut
them to
and
communicate?
Asmar. With the code I was talking about, that was Asmar talking. The code that you were talking about that you've seen that they use on them radios and shit. What's it sound like?
I don't know. I wish I could share the damn screen. If I'm on my cell phone, I don't have any way of sharing it. But if I could share the screen, I could even pull it up. But
Right.
I don't know if anybody on a laptop or anything like that. No.
It just is a loud
Nah, I'm
buzzing,
on a
and
phone
it's
right
just
now.
beep,
Well, I mean,
beep.
ASMR. Do you know how to share
Different.
the screen? You know, you can probably just share it or
Yeah,
whatever if you wanted to.
Yeah, hang on, I'm on mobile.
I can
Yeah,
actually hear some buzzing in the background right now.
that's probably my car. I'm in Chicago. I keep starting and stopping my car.
So it's just a buzzing, and so it's so you're tuned in on the right frequency and you're receiving it well, and that's why you need it to be a steady signal buzzing at a rhythm. The buzz
But
lets you measure the quality and power you are receiving the signal. I mean, there's really not too much mysterious about it. It's just really effective, low tech way to send messages.
okay,
Yeah.
fuck all that. I wanted to hear the signal.
Okay, but didn't you say something about like it's picking up on certain television stations or
Right.
radio stations or
The
Well,
old
music
no,
or
that's
one,
what's.
anything like that?
yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
that's
old.
it.
If you look in like Chernobyl, you can see one of the antenna arrays. It looks like a big metal jungle gym.
Yeah.
It's like 12 stories tall. And because Russia had such shit technology, they developed these huge, gigantic arrays, and they just started sending, which I forgot the frequency, but it was yeah. There it goes. But it would bleed over and cross over across different frequencies, and so a lot of those, especially on the West Coast, tuning into certain times of the day, and I believe across mostly AM channels, they would hear this ticking.
This is
And what it
one of them. It
was,
sounds like static.
yeah, it changes. Sometimes they'll play the beeping. Sometimes it'll just be static. Other times it'll have someone's voice saying numbers, or sometimes you can hear little musical tones and things like that.
And yeah, that's what my question was. Do you think that's all code, like they're telling something to each other? Because I
Most
know
likely.
the hot topic is the tension between China and Russia right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting for the timing when it comes down to this stuff being transmitted now, isn't it?
Very interesting.
This is another one. It's just a series of horn beeps.
That's it.
Yeah. See, there's a way to if they're sending any kind of information in along with that, there's a way to decode it, and you
Now
can sit
that's
there.
what I'm interested in. It had to be some background noise or something, right? That's how they would do it.
Well, even if they did get a good carrier, it's still analog,
Yeah.
and that's why they just say the numbers and shit out loud with
Right.
a human voice.
Right.
Now, the other day when I was listening to it, it sounded just like a carrier tone in the background, but
Well, I mean,
it,
you know what it's like a slow scan television and stuff like that. That
Mhm.
like it's. Have you ever heard that noise in a sense? It's got its own like
I believe that static is also part of activity on the ionosphere. The things
No,
that get
but
through
the
the
majority of
ionosphere.
that static, they wouldn't have put it on there if it was just ionospheric noise, right? They
Well,
want the
no. Here's
majority of
another
that
thing.
shit was
You
decode.
can you can get ham radios and basically get do like a modem connection,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
And you can
computer to
send
computer.
very, very, very slow text. I mean, it's so slow. You're typing and you wait like fucking
Well,
8 seconds.
I was even talking about the pictures too. I mean, that slow scan images and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nowadays, you can embed shit in the images. Yeah.
well, I mean,
I
yes,
just think that the quality, you're not going to get very much data over something like this and this type of setup. Like I said, this is a big, powerful station outside of Moscow sending this tone towards the west.
Now it makes me
Right?
wonder what's possible
So
under
now,
those conditions.
my specialty is history. Usually, when Russia is doing something a secret and code, that means they're really close to an attack. So, judging off of that, how close would you say that they
They've been
are to
doing this
trying
shit
to
since the Cold
test an
War.
attack?
Yeah,
No,
usually
they've been
means
doing
where
the
they
same.
are. They're doing that shit
Just
constantly, every day, all
well,
day. But we know where a
another
With
lot of
our
theory.
places are.
frequencies?
Well,
On
no,
what
another
frequencies?
theory is that if this station goes offline, it's a dead man's switch to their nuclear assets that they've been attacked.
That better not be true. All
Well,
right.
well, I've not been aware of them like messing with our frequencies other than when the
We get
tension is
hacked
coming
all the
close
time.
to
Did
Oh
you
war.
no,
see?
I didn't. Yeah, I
No,
didn't
Oh
know
hey,
yeah,
about
did
we
you
all
get
that.
see?
hacked. Yeah, we
You
get
see,
hacked.
Microsoft had there was a like 3.7 something terabyte per second DDoS from Asia that Microsoft successfully fended off, and it's like the largest DDoS in history.
So I'm guessing DDoS is some type of attack.
Think
But
about if I hooked up a fire hose to your
Yeah,
water mains at your house,
yeah,
or
I'm
yeah.
specifically focusing on the communication airwaves because I know the last time they did that to us, it was during the Cold War.
Right. Well, well, actually, just recently, it was not too long ago. What was it? A few months ago, actually, there was a huge jamming coming out of what was Cuba direction. I think it was the Cuban government at the time, but they were jamming a lot of 40-meter frequencies and stuff. A lot around like what was it, 4.200 or close to around that direction, and and it was going on for shit. I don't know, about a few weeks at least. It was probably about 3 weeks went on,
Mm.
but I'm not sure what that was all about either. But that was there was certain things that were going on politically.
You still got set up radio CB or whatever we're talking about? You still got one?
Who, me? I do right there. There's one right there.
I was gonna
Yeah, I've
say you
seen it before.
sound
He's
like
got a
it.
real nice setup.
I remember hearing sounds when we had it. When you hear something different, I remember how exciting it was. You couldn't wait till the next night to hear it. He still has that in his voice. That's why I asked that.
Yeah, this is like actually some locals talking right now every once in a
Yeah,
while.
I know you know what I mean about hearing something unique, though. It is the most fascinating. You want to tell everybody.
But this is really it's still good technology and stuff, and it can be modified and made better. Um,
Is that a Faraday cage that's around it?
it can be made into it if I put a front on it. If I put a front piece on it, it would act like a Faraday cage. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a preset too. It's pretty cool.
Yep. That's all I need to do is put the front. I got a couple more pieces to put on the front, and I wire everything up, and it'd be a Faraday cage right there.
Well, with all the tensions, it might be a smart deal to do. You might be one of the few
You
people with
might as well,
communication
right?
still around if they do attack. Because
Well,
I know Russia plays the long game. And does anybody remember in 2017, they were flying really close to the West Coast, like they were testing the perimeters?
They do that off and on. They just did some
And
shit yesterday or today. They did some drilling, some oil right off the coast of somewhere, and after U.S. did this big ass show and all of that shit, they still went over there and started drilling them niggas. They think Ukraine, off the shore of Ukraine, just
yeah,
like yesterday, day before,
I
recently.
heard that's the reason for the major tension right there,
That's
because
the reason
Russia
for the
supposedly
tension now.
swore that would be the one thing that they wouldn't back down from was
Yeah,
Ukraine.
so what are you
everybody
guys?
think
Are you
that's
guys?
supreme.
Are you guys? Are you guys prepared or whatever? Like you guys got like at
I'm not.
least at the minimum 2 weeks of food, water, medication,
No,
ammunition, and all that shit to fucking protect yourself with.
I'm not prepared for shit.
I mean, you know,
Uh, well, yeah, I do, but I mean, could
You
that change
don't.
it
You got
any? No, I
8
do.
kids and
That's what
stuff.
I'm
You got
saying.
kids.
I do, but could that change at any moment? Yeah, it could change at any moment from
hey,
2 weeks to a half a week supply.
Yeah, that type of shit. Yeah.
uh, can you guys make a fire and
Nope.
purify water if you need to?
I
Nope.
can.
I
I
watch
can.
a
I
lot of
was
See,
taught.
YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, but that
I'll
shit would
put it to
never
you like this. I
translate.
was taught how to shoot a gun at the age of 4.
I've
okay.
been shooting all my life, hunting and fishing all my life, but I
My,
can't
my,
build a fire or a
Can,
shelter or any of that.
Could you clean that damn deer if
I
you
could.
shot a deer?
I've cleaned rabbit and I've seen deer cleaned. I would, you take your good shot would be with me. I mean, if it was a bunch of niggas who didn't know how to do it, I had the best shot. But I've skinned so many rabbits, I could do it quickly in one piece and all that
Right,
shit.
right,
Yeah,
right. Well, that's a start. That's a
that's
start.
a start, right? You
But then
won't
you got
go
to figure out
hungry,
how to build a fire to cook the motherfuckers. You know?
right?
I'll just put it like this: I live in Kansas City.
Right. Raw meat eating
Telling you,
motherfucker.
man. You know,
Yeah.
can any of y'all fish?
I fish well, and I fish
I
often.
try my best, but no, I'm not really good at it.
Yeah. I love fishing. I was just, I'll be out of town a lot too. I was just fishing in North Carolina. I guess it was months ago now.
I've
Damn,
had
y'all
days,
sound
but
like damn city boys. That's what you say.
I am. I am dead in the middle of the city. I'm on the west side of
Damn.
Chicago. City all day, every day.
Uh,
If I need a quart of milk, I go to the store. Whatever I need, I go to the corner store. And then on every week or two, you go to the big
I
store.
was often took into the country and taught these things. Like I said, I try to be good at fishing. I have my days, but most days it don't work out in my favor.
Oh man,
well,
I use
that's why they
different
call it
lures. I
fishing.
know what
Otherwise,
they
they call
eat.
it catching.
Otherwise, they call it catching and eating. No, I'm pretty good. I know what baits most different fish eat, and I know how to work some lures. I'm pretty good at casting. I'll test a fish ass. If they biting, I'll tell they ass.
I got some buddies though. They go out there and they teach me their tricks. I don't get shit, but shit, they go fish, and if they don't come back with something, you're like surprised.
All right,
Like,
all
wow,
right.
you didn't catch nothing.
Yeah, that's super rare. I mean, but some places it'll be obvious where you go to. If there's a bench there, that place is fenced out because every lazy fuck has fished that spot. It's just not logical to go down. How scenic it is. Always fish to cover. To think about whether you want fish, what fresh up top or down low. Ever change your bait and you want something like bass or something, then suddenly you're gonna want to go to cast and some shit.
Yeah, you ought to try some fucking alligator, man.
I just did in Florida, bro.
Yeah.
It was like fresh fish. That shit was the bomb. And I damn it snuck past some shit they had up and went, got real close to one and just I just got some.
Whereabouts in Florida? Whereabouts?
Oh God, I got no idea. I was all over it though. I visited every auditor out there, so I was all over Florida, but I
Yeah,
don't remember what
I'm not
auditor.
that far away from Port Hook Farmer. Matter of fact, I'm
Yeah,
actually, yeah, I'm
I
just
was.
down.
You watch auditors. When I did the Gator shit, I was with South Florida. I don't know if he's accountability or what it
My
is.
my oh, okay, South Florida accountability. Big Nick,
Yes,
you
yeah.
talking about Big Nick?
Yes, I know. I was no,
Yeah,
no. I was
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
South Florida, something. I was with Nick
yeah,
too though for about 3 days.
yeah,
Nick's a DJ. I didn't know. The first night he DJ'd. The second night they went to a cookout. One of his friends was a linebacker
yeah.
or something for Miami Vikings or something, Miami Dolphins or something. They had a big cookout.
I try to
We
keep up
didn't.
with the Florida ones, but man, I try to keep
Yeah,
up with all of them around the country all together.
Hey
You
me
know,
too.
man,
man,
I try
that
to.
shit's it's pretty crazy how the movement has actually moved over into Europe. You know what I mean? It's
It's
weird, man. Have you seen some of
beautiful.
that shit? You know what I
I've
mean?
been yes, I'm making friends with a lot of them cats, yo.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy, but it's weird because they don't really have the same type of constitution like we do over here. So it's kind of a
Right.
different story in a way, you know?
It is right. They'd say their little
we love
shit.
our country cousins. Congrats on
Yeah,
Brexit, mates.
some of them
Uh,
be cold if they came over here
Hey, I
too,
want to
man.
know, what did Hillary Clinton know and when did she know it?
well, honestly, I don't give a shit. I just want her
Yeah, that's it.
I just want her ass fucking locked up or
I
something.
would.
I want her
Uh,
Did
strung
you
up
see the
somewhere.
new indictments and court
I read.
filings that
I think.
show?
I want to see her fucking like okay like sitting somewhere and like she's all thinking like she's all untouchable and the next thing you know a whole bunch of fucking cops come in there fucking
Well,
start tasing her and
they
That's
fucking
the
kicking her while
dream
she's
of
on the
every
fucking ground and
politician, and it
then
never
fucking drug
happens.
out in handcuffs and fucking then put on a damn back of a fucking police car and then
well,
fucking
you
I,
may end up
I
seeing it because
I
they
want to see
now
that
that
shit.
No.
Special Counsel John Durham is investigating Hillary
I wanna
Clinton's
see-
2016 campaign for feeding false reports to the FBI to incriminate Donald Trump and his
I'll tell you this.
advisors as
Kind
criminal
of like
agents.
the 87 indictments they had, 100 and some indictments they had on Donald Trump.
They
They
ain't have
never
no
drugged
100
him out.
indictments on him. Don't
What,
come on
100
now.
charges?
Don't lie.
I'm sorry. I
Don't
don't
lie.
mean
They
to
ain't
get
got no 100
sensitive. Don't
charges
get
on him.
sensitive. Just understand my point.
There
Relax.
ain't 100
He
charges.
fucking,
Come
I'll
on
be
now.
okay. Can I get the point out? What the fuck,
Go-
you Trump fan, motherfucker, you?
Oh, I'm a
I'm
Trump fan
saying,
for talking
be
about your girl
quiet.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes,
Let me
Asmar, when he
finish.
supports
How dare I
something, he'll
talk
hold on
about
hard.
your
We
girl
had to
listen.
deal
Clinton,
with this
huh?
with the Rittenhouse
I
thing
mean, I
the
know
whole
you're a
way through.
Chicagoan, Joe, but I didn't
It'd
take
be
you for an
nice if I could
Alinskyite.
fucking finish my thought
Are you
before
an
you niggas
Alinskyite,
talk over
Joe?
me. Like, let me finish
Can
my
you
Trump
quit
shit
being
first.
offended, Asmar, and let him
I'm
give
not
his point of
offended. I
view?
get interrupted in fucking
You
mid-sentence,
interrupted
and you want to act
me.
like you tell me to shut up.
You interrupted me, bro. I'm just trying to
I'm
finish
not
what I was
How
telling you to
long
saying.
do
shut
you
up.
need, Joe? Do you
I
need
need
30
you to stop
seconds?
talking so I could
No,
get it. Be
I don't
nice.
need to stop talking. How long do you need? Answer
You're
the
right.
question.
You could be
Stop
rude and
diverting.
talk over me. You could
I
be
know
rude
you
and
don't
talk
like
over
Big
me.
Daddy Trump's name in your mouth, but you're gonna hear it
Whenever you're
regardless,
done,
whether you
I'll
like it or
talk.
not. You can
All right.
talk about somebody
You're
throwing a
gonna feel like
tantrum
an
or
idiot
whatever.
when I finish the thought. You're gonna feel like an idiot, by the
But
way.
me feel like an idiot by
Yeah,
anything
wait
you
till you
could
hear the whole thought.
possibly say to me. I
Let's,
hardly think you have
all
that
right,
type of
let's
control.
finish the thought. Let's finish the thought and let's see if you're wrong.
You can finish your thought, and then I'll
Yes.
finish my sentence.
Okay.
How about that?
Very, very good.
How you like
All
me
right.
now?
All right. So this was the rest of what I was saying. Trump with his 100 indictments, that nigga never got charged. Pelosi with all the bullshit she been in, all these motherfuckers who get charged, they never been snatched out of their fucking shit and went to jail. That was my whole statement. Trump was just a fucking
Including
first dude.
Obama.
Hey, but honestly, man, if I was ever to be like for police brutality, that would be the time is to see those motherfuckers get snatched up and fucking.
I'm always
I mean,
down with a
like,
politician going,
you know what I mean?
bro.
I mean, you know, like, I mean, can you imagine like Nancy Pelosi and fucking Chucky Schumer, all them motherfuckers getting snatched
I
up,
would
fucking
have hope
tased?
suddenly,
I mean,
right?
tased like about like 40 fucking times. You know what I
You
mean?
know, I'd be like, revolution,
I'd be like, damn. I mean, I'd love to see that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but like all legit. Like, you know, like
have we
I don't
ever
know.
seen that shit happen? No, it never happens.
It needs to be televised.
Okay, now
The revolution
Asmar,
will be televised.
finish your sentence. Oh, now the sentences is so important, bro.
Right. It wasn't nothing about fucking Trump ass. All that hate for nothing.
But ASG, what's going on, SG?
Is that what it was? Was that hate? Was
Yes,
that
it
hate
was
speech
pretty
on me?
brutal. You were mad.
Anytime somebody goes against your ideals, you act like you feel like you're attacked, bro, and that's coming from a friend.
Anytime I feel like my ideals are attacked because
Let's
I
go
read
back to
a
the
fucking
Rittenhouse thing
Oh,
when people didn't
hang
agree
on a
with you on
second.
Rittenhouse.
This is my point. You, both of you motherfuckers, and you
See
know
what
you
I do?
don't like it because you don't like it when it's done to you. When you get interrupted, you immediately have a diaper shit and then accuse others of having the
What do you
diaper
mean?
shit.
You just had a diaper shit on me the
Both of y'all.
last channel
Both
over
of
it.
So
y'all.
the excuse for yours
Both of
is
y'all
we
know
all
what
do
you
it.
do.
Is what
The
we
only
just
people
saying. We
talking
all
about
do it.
being
If that
triggered
makes
and
you feel
upset.
better, I'll
Are you
let you
saying we
have
see,
all
it.
do it? Or we all do it, but you're
see,
admitting you do it?
no,
You're
the
admitting
only
it?
two motherfuckers right now that are talking about
Listen
feels
to
are
your
you
tone,
two.
bro. Listen to
Because
your tone.
you can't win on your own merit. That's why you got to interrupt some shit. Why don't
Hey,
you
you know
shut
what?
the fuck up for 2
Listen,
seconds?
you know what I'm saying? Hey, check this out. Check this out. When it comes down to the true enemy, we've lost focus. And when we sit there fucking bickering amongst ourselves, the true masters of the fucking universe right now sitting on the goddamn porch drinking lemonade laughing at us.
Listen, I agree with that,
Truth.
but there's some merit also to two men needing to be able to work a thing out without getting sensitive. We need to learn to do that. I'm tired of stepping on eggshells because
Right.
motherfuckers are
Well, I
sensitive. You
understand.
should be able to say your opinion without a motherfucker attacking you.
Communication, man. Communication. You got to learn how to do all that communication. That's what I like. Communication.
And I look at it different from Asmar. I look at it as back and forth communication. He looks at it as interruptions.
Yeah,
no, when somebody's in the middle of a sentence and you just fucking diarrhea the mouth all over it, and then you try to take this holier than now, like, oh, motherfucker, you're the one.
Well, then you shouldn't say something nobody wants to chime in on.
Check out Exile's thing. He is saying when you say something, it excites people in a natural course of conversation. Say, yes, I agree, and it goes back and forth. Niggas don't do long soliloquies one after each other. They interrupt.
But Joe, when I'm reading a news headline, and all of a sudden you and Exiled somehow think that
I don't always buy news at face value.
there you go again.
I
It's the
would
truth,
hope
though.
I would listen
Exile,
to the entire
homie,
thing.
look, as somebody that's your friend and cares about you, you'd be surprised at how much more relevant the shit you respond with would be if you actually stop for a second, listen, think about some
You're
shit,
talking to
and
one of the
open
most
your mouth.
brilliant fucks on
And then
YouTube,
you
in my
come
opinion.
along interrupted.
On some cases, you're right. You know, there's some cases it could have helped me out.
I mean, at the end of the day, some when I go and I read news stories, and y'all motherfuckers ain't by far the only ones. This happens every time. Some people, they just don't realize that just because I'm reading something off of a fucking page or a book or some shit, that doesn't mean I believe in it, subscribe to it, support it, whatever. I'm just just don't shoot
I
the
can back
messenger.
that up, Asma. I've
That
seen you
that
use both sides. I've seen you read shit where I saw, this is some more
yeah.
fucking Republican so and so, and I was way
Yeah.
off base. Yeah.
No, and it's cool. It ain't no big deal. We cut up, we fuck around, we goof off. We know we
Yes.
can talk to each other this way, and it ain't no
Yeah,
love lost at the
that's
end of the
what
day.
I heard someone,
Yep.
Sam Hill said, you create a safe space in psychology and, blah, 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 when you sit them down. And I thought it's the same thing here. Then obviously a nigga gonna be better. You'll get more out of him when you create a safe space. And we've all been around long enough to know we can say pretty much anything to each other. We can rip each other and it means nothing, right? That's some safety in that. I'm not scared to fucking yell at you. You obviously ain't scared to yell at us. And we're gonna be fine. We're not gonna be doing the solid green to bring Wolverine up, but we're not gonna
we
be
don't
doing the
hold it to
Wolverine
heart.
making lives about it, nigga, and then the political assassin and talking crazy. That won't happen.
Yeah, we don't hold it to heart with each other. That's for sure.
There's beauty in that. Certainly that safety shit is there, man. When I feel like, those niggas, right, who when you need to be sharp and it's something controversial, you're gonna pick certain guys like people are tools. And I know some really smart friends. I mean, some guys I would just love to talk to about certain topics, and all of them will be controversial, which is why they won't talk to me about them. So, you got those go-to guys that you can talk about anything. And fucking Exiled, you're one of them, man. You got that shit like a lot of my friends have, where your first response is usually your best response, right? The shit that pops in your head. I got friends I always credit them for that shit. You like that shit, some God shit. And
Yeah, it earns me a lot of hate, though.
Undoubtedly, right? If you was doing shit like everybody else, then you wouldn't get the hate, but then you wouldn't be you.
So Anarchy, you gonna start doing your show regularly again?
I don't really have a regular show.
Anarchy,
You probably will now. You'll have a few subs tonight.
You think so?
Yeah, we got you, homie.
Yeah, right.
Not just that. I meant just us being over here. We brought the Wolverine drama. People know who the fuck we are, man. I guarantee
Yeah, with
people
us
will be
over
back.
here, I can guarantee you there's at least 2 channels restreaming you.
Yeah, people will be back, bro.
Yeah, you
People
live
will
on
be
the internet, homie.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, you've been being restreamed the whole time.
You went viral tonight.
Hellfire. I've hit the big time, right?
Yeah, coming up in the game.
You might
fucking
not
A, man.
like all the companies. Companies.
Yeah, that's what the trolls just.
Do you see this thing right here?
I'm looking at it. I got it blown up.
You know how
on
long
my
I've been
screen.
talking on these things, man?
Yep.
I've been talking on these things since I was 14 years old, man. You know, trolls are not new, man.
Oh yeah, that's where the master trolls came from. My
This is the
grandfather was a
original
truck driver.
The original social network right here.
You know where the original trolls came from?
That would be in my lifespan.
CB radio. My grandfather was a truck driver.
Well, that explains it.
I never thought about that. We had CB radio with big K40 antennas, like 12 feet tall on the back. We was deep into it.
Hey, Wingnut, ask if there's any lot lizards out there.
Hell, man,
he'll get an answer somewhere.
I hope there ain't none in my damn chat. I don't need no damn lot lizards.
No, I think he's talking about on the CB.
Oh well, hell, man, there's probably some around.
That's all we
Yeah,
did
he'll
was try
get
to
some
fuck
call
with
outs
chicks.
on it for sure.
What's your 20 lot lizard?
You looking for one?
No,
I can probably point you in the right direction.
I'm sure they'll pop
I ain't
up.
going anywhere near it, but you can have it.
No,
No,
hey, you don't let them triangulate your location,
That
homie. They'll be on
motherfucker
like
walking
stink
around
on
with
shit.
walking around with one flip flop, some baggy ass damn fucking sweatpants. Got
You
a
just
look
got out of
like
jail.
got 3 teeth, one of them just hanging. You know,
Hey, tell her to spit the rocks out before she gives you a blowjob.
how much money would it take to build a decent CB radio?
what build it from scratch? You talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get
Hell,
you a
I don't know.
handheld, homie.
I mean, actually, they're not that expensive. Some of those,
No.
this one's getting kind of pricey now. But I
You
mean,
get
there's
'em
some out
used.
there. There's some, yeah, you can get them used. But I mean, there's some out there that's just like what I would call a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty decent. You know, and
Yeah.
for the price also.
Shit, I
But
would
Yeah.
get. Yeah, I probably couldn't want to start off on no shit like that.
Hey, the lot lizards are chasing the freedom convoy.
yeah,
Hey, is that what
I
they
don't know.
call that shit that's going to
Mhm.
Ottawa?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that, man?
They're
Hey,
they're
Samar, why don't you tell what it is first? Anybody, tell what it is
It's a
first.
bunch of
well,
truckers headed to Canada because they're not going to get the Fauci ouchie.
no, they're protesting the mandate. They're not really
Right.
protesting the vaccine. They're just protesting the mandate
Right.
because
So are they bringing in
most of them are going.
supplies?
I'm not sure how that's working right now when it comes down to
Elon
that.
Musk tweeted in support of him today against Justin Trudeau, and he said, "Just vote the bastards out."
Dude,
And there's a lot of cats who are vaxxed,
I
standing
honestly
along the
think
road, standing along the roadside supporting.
Protesting.
No,
if
supporting them.
Well,
A
yeah, they're
lot
in
of
support
vaxxed
of the
are
protest.
if any
supportive
of
of
them truckers are
I saw some
listening,
protesters
which
too.
I doubt there is, but just in case there is, I think it would be more awesome if they bring the people supplies that they're trying to cut off.
There's a
Make a real stand against the
well, see,
corrupt government.
there's a bunch of stuff even here in the U.S. when it comes down to the trucking thing, man. I know there's a lot of truckers, man, that they do like the long haul, like across from east to west type of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And dude, I know one guy. He went all the way over to the west coast to pick up a damn trailer, and it was still sitting on the fucking boat out there in the water, and he couldn't even get a trailer. He had to go back home without a trailer. He didn't make any money the whole trip.
No.
You know, that's just
Back
one thing.
and forth.
Yeah.
You know, that's just one angle. You know what I mean?
He
That's
That's
should have got
crazy.
that money half up front.
But you know, that's the thing, dude. It's like a lot of shit's going on all over the world, man. But it's just
Yeah.
not here, just not there. It's just that
Canada is fucked.
I think
It's beautiful to see people standing up, though.
if
It
it
is.
brings awareness, because I mean, honestly, I mean, shit, you can get on YouTube, for instance. There's a number of people that are streaming this shit, dude. I'm been fucking watching it. I know some people that are like on it right now. I mean, I just recently got on Discord, so I've been like hooking up, doing a lot of networking over there also. So there's a lot of
Rock
stuff
on,
when it comes
homie.
down to. I use YouTube for networking. That's what I use YouTube
Yep.
for. I mean, when it comes down
You
to
in sales,
how I
homie?
travel around, you know.
Are
Say
you in
that again.
sales?
I do the same. I like to travel as well.
Are you in sales?
Am I in sales? I mean,
Mhm.
What do you mean? I mean, I make stuff and I sell it.
Oh, cool. What do you make?
Well, I've been making knives. I've been making like metal sculptures, jewelry, and stuff like that
Oh, that's
recently.
cool.
Do
I
you got
mean,
any knives that you could show us?
one.
I like knives.
Well, here's one. This one.
Yeah, Joe Cool just bought another knife tonight.
I tried. Yeah.
Are you going to go on Forged and Fire?
Oh, that's kick
No.
ass.
No, I'm not going to go on Forest and Fire.
Damn, that's a Chicago special right there.
Holy
I like
fuck,
that,
right?
though.
That look like some shit Al Capone used.
You know, you can shave with
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, it looks like a
That's
shaving
dope.
knife. That's why I said that
Exactly.
looks pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, man.
I usually keep that in my boot.
I don't blame you.
I've got
Especially with
another
some of
one.
these
This is
motherfuckers.
actually a store bought one, but it's a case that I made and I put in the boot. But this is just a store bought one.
Damn,
you like
homie.
the razors.
You ready to fuck some shit up, ain't you?
Yeah, I tend to carry more than one
Physical
blade
fire.
on me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I usually have multiples and shit, but I'm running low.
Well, it's like that redundancy.
Well, now you know a new guy, Joe.
Hey man,
Yeah,
if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I don't know. Here, let me show you. Oh, you can't see. Oh, let me. Well, I'll show you mine. Whenever we.
Hey, real quick, Wingnut man, appreciate having me up here. Rock on. I'm out.
Right on.
You guys be good.
All right, man. If you
Yeah,
can't
I'm
be.
sure I'll catch you elsewhere later,
Yup.
Asmore.
All right, man. Y'all holler if you
Uh,
need back up.
I forgot
Peace.
it. All right, later. Yeah, I forgot I was in my man's room before I came over here. Oh
I
shit.
got so caught up in the conversation, like I'm trying
Yeah.
to learn about these radio things, though, man. Because I
Uh,
mean, I went once one summer with my grandfather trucking, and it seemed like him and his buddies on the CB had as much fun as we do here on YouTube.
we were big CB addicts. My old man was a cab driver, and he worked at GTN at night. He was just fucking go drive cab.
Well, I'll tell you
And
this, like on the preppers type scenario, and like I mean, I was talking about basics and stuff like food, water, fire, all that shit. Communications is actually part of that too. I
well, you
mean, you
know, they
know,
gonna
how
the
I
shit
mean,
we got now won't work. We're
and,
gonna need
and
what you
that's why
got
I'm
there, right?
interested.
We won't have
well,
the
it,
fucking
Well, no,
iPhone.
anything, Joe, that you keep in a Faraday cage should be fine as long as the
for
Faraday cage is built correctly.
I'm saying
well,
his shit will work. My iPhone will not.
no. See, that's the thing. The cell phones and all the computer, that's eventually going to go down. They're
Yeah,
gonna.
Yeah,
the
That's probably
towers
going to
will
go
go
down.
down.
Most
yeah,
likely, I mean, because I mean, there's a lot of talk when it comes down to it that the grid, the whole fucking thing is going to go down, and that may be a big red flag event that may happen. Because honestly, in my gut feeling tells me
yeah.
that the next thing that happens is that it'll make 9/11 look like a goddamn child's play.
And you
All right.
listen, you figured that happening in this COVID environment. Now suddenly they can declare a state of emergency and suspend your shit.
Well, a few years back, I watched a
Well, that's only if
documentary
you allow them, Joe.
that
Mm.
America's weakest
Right on,
point.
baby.
I watched a documentary a few years
That's
back
right.
that said America's weakest point is us being EMP attacked. We're
Yeah.
not ready for it at
No,
all.
everything would go down.
Well,
No.
that's another thing too. I mean, see, old technology, old vacuum tube technology will
Yeah.
actually survive an EMP, and most Russian, like main system stuff, still
Yeah.
running on vacuum tubes. Man, they never
Yeah.
really went to like the solid state circuitry like what we're
Yeah.
on today.
What we're doing is trying to shield shit, and you
Uh,
can only shield so much shit.
yeah, I mean, and then oh yeah, there's a lot. All right, it's a very real possibility, and it depends on what happens. And I mean, you have to look at the big pictures and stuff. It's kind of like I appreciate and I really see the importance of like cop watching and auditing and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you also got to figure out, okay, the cops are not going to do this unless they're being told to do it. All right, who's making them tell them to do it? All right, the people that
Right.
wrote the fucking legislation are the ones
Right.
that are telling them to do it. So
Right.
in a sense, we need to have like politician watchers also out there. You know what I mean? That are
Right. I be
fucking
trying to
watching this
figure
shit.
out what that looked like. Whoever figure that out will be the next new cop watcher, and will go through the roof.
Well, I mean, something that actually with teeth though. See, the
Yes.
politicians have been using the cops as the teeth, but we, the people, need teeth back at them to actually put them in their place. In a sense, we got to have
I
some
don't
kind
even
of
know
a
what that looks like, right?
well, because we've
I
never
hear what
had
you're
it, Joe.
saying,
Because
but
we've never
right.
had it. That's
I've
why.
never seen that image. I need someone to do it so we all can reproduce it and get set on fire.
To be honest with you, Joe, if
Hey,
somebody
wait,
tried to
wait.
do it, they'd probably
Yeah.
label them as a terrorist and throw them in
Well, they're
prison.
already doing that now for anybody who even thinks like anything. Because okay, you got to understand the government. The government is a corporation. It only exists on paper. It's a legal fiction. All right, this thing, all it cares about, I mean, literally, all it cares about is its continuity of government. And now
Agree,
it will
right?
use any means necessary to keep continuity.
Of
All
course.
right, so that's all it cares about. It doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't give a shit about me. It doesn't give a shit about any of
Right.
us.
And
We
we
are
threaten
nothing
that
but
when
yeah,
we
and
cop
exactly,
watch or whatever, we
exactly,
threaten that
exactly,
continuity. Yeah.
Hey
exactly.
Joe, as far as travel though, that's why I keep a 66 around without a battery in it. So if an
Damn.
EMP hits, I can put a battery in it and it'll
And you,
work.
yeah.
I mean, that's another thing too about all these newer cars too, man. I mean, tell you that's going to be a big deal if it happens to be something serious like that on an EMP
I'll be
system.
worthless, bro. I would be worthless.
You
I'd be
know,
worthless. I'd need my fucking I'd be on the road. I probably need my for GPS just to get to the next town.
You got some good shoes, man.
I got some decent.
You
Yeah, I
guys got
heard
some
that.
fucking good shoes, man. You can be walking. If you're fucking
Yeah.
doing that sneaker express.
And
You know
then
what I'm
look,
saying?
my bread's in the bank.
And we all know it's going to be hard to survive on foot. So, I mean, like, seriously, a old vehicle and take the battery out of it to ensure, that it survives an EMP
You're
strike
right.
might be a
Everybody
smart
gonna go
move.
old tech. That's what people are gonna do, right? That's what I should say, like
Well, that's the
we
thing. That's
gonna.
why I asked, like, the basics. Okay. Do you know how to make a fire if you needed to and stuff
I
like that?
do
You know?
not,
I
man.
mean,
But I've been
yeah.
hunting and fishing. I am like really good at those things, like
Hey,
stupid good.
I'm telling you, Joe. Maybe it's something you need to fucking fool around with, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I
hey, I'll
mean?
be raw beef
Hell,
eating,
watch a
motherfucker.
bunch of fucking YouTube videos of some motherfucker out there in the woods making a fire and saying like, "Hey,
You
man, see if
know,
you can do that shit." You know
the
what I mean? Hey,
18 that
hey,
popped in my
hey,
head.
hey! I get it. I put a challenge. I'm gonna challenge you, Joe. I don't know what I don't know what I got for the challenge if you win, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna challenge you. I want to see
uh,
a video. I want to see a video.
making a fire.
Yeah,
I,
man. That'd be
I'm
fucking badass, man. That'd
I'm
make a
gonna
nice
be
video, man. That'd make a cool video.
I'm gonna be out in the desert in about I don't know less
Joe
than a
in the
week.
concrete jungle making a goddamn fire.
No, I wouldn't do it here, but I'm going to Colorado. I'm stopping in Missouri, going to Colorado, and out there, man, it's cows and all of that shit. I saw
Oh
a
yeah.
tarantula, so and those will be the people that to help and teach me. I bet they would know.
Yeah, man. I mean, see, that's another thing too. Having somebody actually have show you what's up and how to do
Yeah,
stuff. Because I mean, that all you do, that's how you learn. That's how you learn, man. And then you
I
do it
agree.
yourself, and once you do it a couple of times, man, and then you get more confidence. You can do it whenever you want,
Hey,
and then
check
you and
this.
then you'll be
This
prepared at least because that's something you don't even have to carry anything because it's all up in your head. You know how to do it. You know what I mean? You don't have to carry anything with you. If you happen to be in a situation, you ain't got to put fucking a bunch of shit in your backpack. It's
right,
all in your head. It's all in your head. It's
right. You get
skills,
everything you need on your feet on the move.
right? Right. If you need
Uh,
to, you
if
know
you
what I'm saying?
need to, right? You don't want to, right? Be that
Well,
guy for no reason.
I'll tell you this,
If
man.
you
It's
can
kind of like
be
it's kind
exile driving the
it's
'66,
kind of like this knife, man. It's better to have it and never need it for any reason, but to
yeah,
need it and not have it, that's where's the problem is.
yeah, that's brutal, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's more skills. Yeah, man. I wonder, why is this revert shit all in so heavily in my head, man? That these skills are closer now to ever being needed.
Well, I mean, okay, check this out. Let me ask you, Joe, just curious. Out here in your local area, around your area, you know
Yeah,
the people around your area, right? You get
I
around,
know. I
right?
know.
All right. What's like if you were to put your finger on the pulse of that area,
Yeah,
where do you think it would be? I mean, if it was to go to shit, what do you think it
yeah.
would be like?
I think it would be a mob mentality.
They'd
The
cannibalize themselves.
yeah, the gangs would take over and prey on everyone else. Yeah, that's what would happen. And you ain't got to think about it. The leaders are already in place. The system would take care of itself.
And then the gangs would turn against their own gang members, kind of like some of the gangs out there
Undoubtedly, right?
already have.
Undoubtedly, when shit gets tight, that's when you turn on yourselves and you create bigger gangs and bigger factions. And
You got the old school shit like folk, blood, crip, all that shit out that way.
we
Yeah,
got,
but unfortunately, the folk nation is divided out there.
yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
is BDs and GDs, but we don't have
BDs,
Bloods.
okay, yeah,
The
okay.
Bloods and Crips are
Insane
rare out
disciple,
here.
insane gangster disciple, all that shit. VL,
Yeah,
Deuce.
yeah,
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 yes.
they got vice lords,
yeah.
Vice Lords
Latin
and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
kings.
The VLs, the
the
Deuce. That shit.
the folk corner hustlers, Latin King, that side on the 5-star. Then you
Right,
got the
right, right.
GDs and them on the 6 side.
I know,
Yeah.
man. All that shit fighting over a goddamn corner. What the fuck, dude?
And Exile is right. We fight each other more than we fight them.
Yeah, can you
Yeah.
imagine if we
Yeah.
actually turn that energy to the real enemy?
I'll be thinking of a way. That's why I need to win motherfuckers over. I need the KKK, the Skinhead, the Proud Boys, Oath Breakers. I need everybody, man. I can't afford to be
I
like,
mean,
yeah, fuck
serious though. I
them.
mean, if we all put that focus to the right, to the true enemy, if we all put,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, instead against ourselves and stuff,
You
bullshit,
have warriors already
fighting
in
over a
play.
goddamn corner and shit, man. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, but you need a enemy, a singular enemy that's so big it brings you together above all your petty shit. and we're being inundated to believe that the worst thing is an illegal alien coming over here. It ain't fucking Bill Gates,
Hey,
ripping you off and
hey,
killing your ass. It's
all
an
right.
illegal alien.
Am
So
I the
how?
only one that was naive after the Rodney King thing in '94 when the gangs came together to think that they was actually gonna make a
You
change?
were the only naive motherfucker.
Yeah, I was naive back then. I mean, granted,
Yeah,
I was 14 years old, but
yeah.
still.
Dude,
Uh,
I got my ass jumped. I went to a thing called Job Corps, and the first week that my orientation, that was during the Rodney King shit. That was when I got my ass jumped by fucking 6 motherfuckers, man. That was my
your
orientation.
time has sucked,
That was
bro.
yeah. That was like seriously. That was like my first 3 days there. You know what I'm
Where
saying?
was you at Job Corps at?
Holy
Because I actually
fuck.
heard of an incident like that happening, like people turning on people during that incident.
It was crazy big. I was in the biggest one in the United States.
Oh yeah, not the same one then.
Yeah.
Hey, see,
Well,
baby.
thank you, Wingnut,
I
for
come in
having me
peace.
up.
I
Sure
hope
you
so.
do.
I hope
Hey,
so.
AC,
You
I was
just
just
got
about to
some more
hop down.
subs, Wing Nut.
All
Thank you,
right.
Wingnut. I appreciate you having me up. I've seen you a couple times. This is the first time I came up. I think I'll come up more often, man.
All right,
I
X.
enjoyed the
Yeah,
conversation.
I'm sure I'll be back, but I ain't going
Yes, sir.
away yet.
Thank you, sir.
Hey TN, I think I have you in like one of the group chats on Facebook. Either way, I'll if you can either message me on Facebook, or I could have swore I had your number, but if not, man, just message me. I'll get ASMR your number. Anyways, real quick, man, I sincerely wanted to come over here and apologize. I know I wasn't really here for all the shit that happened, but I'll take responsibility for it.
Okay.
So, but I just want to say my bad, man.
He don't have no idea what you did yet, right? Do he even know who you are?
He knows who I am.
Oh, okay. All right. Do he know? You know what role he played? What he's even saying? He's taking
Yeah,
responsibility
you were
for?
the innocent bystander in all of this. Wolvie has been. There's been an issue with Wolvie for some time now. He takes. The last time I was up here, I was cordial. I didn't start any drama because I was waiting for Wolvie to do the drama. It doesn't take much to get Wolvie started. Once he started, it's off to the races.
And people
Okay.
know that, man. That's why they come in here and push buttons, and I do the opposite. We were all in that room. Someone said his name. What's his name? Exiled. He said, "Joe, go over there and do your peaceful, keep the peace shit." And I thought I'd come over here and do that. And fucking Ed Martin beat me over here. Here come Exile, and it's all about where were you born? What kind of dog is that? Bullshit.
I mean, me and you can disagree, Joe. I know that ASMR was gonna. Let me correct this.
Yeah.
I know that it doesn't take much to trigger Wolvie,
Yeah.
but when a simple question about a dog or something is what triggers you, like you really shouldn't be on the fucking internet then.
I'm on the bigger end. I'm thinking
he said something that was real quick, real sly. It was like, all right, whatever. Come on, man.
I'm on a bigger end of it. I wouldn't be thinking that one incident set him off. I am talking about, and whether it did or didn't, I am talking about Asmar intentions. In my opinion, I'm smart enough to know that because he'd asked him other questions. I'm smart enough to know that when you say, what kind of dog is that? I bet he couldn't beat a so and so. He is so fucking sensitive. You know what his response is going to be, and I think Asmar was playing his goof ass. Shit, I bet money on it. And I'm serious. I thought it was great, AC. I was thinking when I came over, right? I thought it was great. I'm a knucklehead. When I left, I don't know if you remember, but fucking Exile say, Joe, go over there and do your peaceful thing, blah, 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 blah. And then I came over here, and the cats who came over here, in my opinion, and I'll tell Exile them this, I wouldn't talk about niggas back. In my opinion,
No.
Exile,
We're the same way.
all right, Exile 1,000% came over here to trigger that motherfucker, and ASMR maybe 15, 25, smaller percent. I'm less sure about him. And I thought, whoa, I'm doing my goody two shoes shit against two heavyweights. You know, that's what I was thinking.
Obviously, I didn't come over for a reason. I know you were here. I knew that as soon as I popped up in chat or I popped up on panel, Wolvie was gone, and then he was cursing everybody out, including Wingnut. That's what he does. You perpetrated, the whatever, fucking
perpetrated the fraud.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. He's got so many fucking sayings. I lose track of all of them.
It's hilarious, Wayne. That it is funny. Undoubtedly, he was over there raising and telling everybody we were political insiders. With a fucking the idea out to go get him and been plotting against him since his inception. He sees all sorts of demons everywhere, and it scares me. And people like him, general, I've left him. I'm thinking people like that, period, who see demons around every corner, see the worst everywhere. It's paralyzing. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with a lot of people over here.
I don't hide who I am. I'm a pot stirrer. That's what the fuck I do. And Wolvie called me a fucking troll one day, and ever since then, I've been trolling his ass. I think he's a piece of shit. But I had hopes that maybe some of the shit that I was doing, and maybe I'm fucking naive for thinking this, but maybe some of the shit I was doing would get him to see some of the shit that he's fucking doing.
He thinks the same way you do. He thinks the same way you do. He thinks if I misbehave, at least that's what he tells himself. If I misbehave, then maybe they'll see the hypocrisy in what they're doing.
So, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, but at the same time, I'm stubborn and I ain't giving up.
Yeah. I know. I'm thinking to myself, when it's someone that, I'm in troll mode, you couldn't stop me. When I'm, you better have some wisdom, because I be wanting to, like Wolvie, for instance, man. Shit, I want to tear him up, and I do tear him up often. And, I don't try to stop me.
I was being sincere. When I was in chat the other day and you were on Wolvie's, I was being sincere. I was hearing the conversation you guys were having, and you were challenging him on certain things and trying to tell him, hey, look, you going to that other place right now. Stop where you're going. Get back over here. This is where I need you. Stop thinking that way. I'm not trying to fucking do this. I'm not trying to do that. Get back over here. Let's have the fucking civil conversation.
Yeah, and then it looked like he responded a little bit. Looked like he responded, and he didn't lose it. Yeah, I thought he was doing it.
And so I'm in chat, and I'm sitting here like, damn, yeah, maybe once again. And so that's where I was going with it. Okay, and then I tune in the next day, and I'm thinking, all right, so we get more back we're getting back. We're gonna get Wolvie back to where he needs to be. Yeah. And then, as soon as I say something in chat, I said, hi, Brian, hi, Jonathan. And he's sitting there telling Jonathan and Brian, I know you're not falling for that dope fiend move. What the fuck? The dope fiend move. Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
He reverts back to where he is comfortable. I'm sure we all do it. It's easier to see when other people do it than yourself, but a lot of people do that. They revert back to what's comfortable, and you can tell, because you can be having a good conversation with a motherfucker, and you don't even know you've crossed into that territory, except by their reaction. Suddenly, they will not talk about it, or they get mad, call you a name, and then you find out that you've hit a fucking nerve with them, and that's what they're insecure about, because you see them run. You see them jump into anger. Like, for instance, Rick Crew, I'll use him. Immediately he'll attack. Like, he'll be like, Andrew's a great guy. I love that dude. Andrew say, Rick, when you next time you gonna cut your line? Fuck you, I'm coming after you. He immediately reverts. He ain't got no patience, bro. Wolvie's the same. He immediately reverts. Some people, Asmar, reverts, but he has super patience. It'll take him a month to get him to blow. Asmar is patient, but his shit is to revert to talking over you, blah blah blah.
I just, like I said, I saw the conversation. I I was really thinking, all right, you kind of blowing me away, man. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I was thinking, fuck, man. Like I've been sitting here saying the entire time, I'm an optimist, but at the same time, I'm a realist, and I really don't think this motherfucker's gonna change. And fucking Joe's gonna make me look like a goddamn idiot right now. And then the next thing I know, like I said, he reverts back, or like you said, he reverts back, and I just
it's this pattern, yo. Since you're in my mind right now, the way I do it is all I look for is a bigger spaces. That is my goal. If to get a motherfucker, he might only go a day without reverting, and actually a day is big. People don't even go a day in real life. I mean, if I can get a day, I can get 2 days out of him. Then I'll try to string along. That's all the fuck I'll be doing on panels, man.
But once again, Wingnut, man, I like I said, I apologize. Kind of the one that usually starts a lot of this shit. So I get Wolvie kind of ramped up. But once again, I mean, I always try to make sure people understand, like, there's a good Wolvie and there's a bad Wolvie, and we get to see a lot of the bad Wolvie. Yeah. And then he gets up on other panels, and then people get to see the good Wolvie. And
I thought he was good over here. I was enjoying it.
He was good for a minute. I'll give you that. He was good for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. Y'all walked in, or everybody walked in.
Right. Why couldn't we bring out the best in him as a pack? Why couldn't we bring out the best?
I'm just gonna make it clear, this is my house over here, y'all. And I don't need all this shit brought over here because all this other shit, man. Because I mean, honestly, it's not what I want my channel about. All I get it. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
You know what I mean? I don't go to y'all's channel, fuck around and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I'm just saying, I might be there. I watch all y'all. I'm saying, I watch all y'all. I mean, I might not make myself known that I'm there, but I'm there. I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
But I'm just saying, it's like there's a lot of shit. Like everything's got a time and a place, man. Even like right now, we're on the public forum right now. We can be sitting backstage having this conversation. All this bullshit could have been done backstage where nobody's seeing it out loud, out front, out in public. It'd be in more of a private thing. But no, man. I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like that's what bothers me about all this bullshit that happens on some of these other channels. You know what I'm saying? It's it's everything's being you're airing your laundry out for the whole goddamn public to pick through it, and from now until the end of time, basically. Because as long as it's downloaded and you can get on the internet, it's going to be there, and they're going to be picking it for the rest of the fucking however long they have the internet.
That is my fucking battle, Joe. I like intellectual conversations, and you are a YouTuber, that shit's rare. I get them though. Everywhere I go, I manage to bring it out. Niggas talking about shit they didn't know. I be feeling like I worked hard to get the conversation here, and someone is gonna come in and say, "Hey, why'd you kick your dog 20 years ago?" and sidetrack what I've worked for. Or they're gonna come in and they're gonna fucking say, "Hey, so and so," and to trip them off. My conversation is gone. That's what the fuck I do. I try to get motherfuckers intellectual fucking side, and it gets ruined, and I get in my fucking feels. I'll give you an example that's popping in my head. Slow burner, which, they really play around a lot over there, so I can't get in my feels about that shit. But I swear, every time I work hard to get a conversation, Josh jumps in there and just says something like, the repeated shit, nah, 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 nah. Whatever the fuck it is, he'll do it endlessly, man. I'll be like, that shit been getting me frustrated. That, I don't know, that talking over shit that went on here today, that shit frustrates me to no end when the niggas was talking over each other. That gets me
mad. Where'd he go to?
Probably having technical issues.
I'll just say this. Once again, I apologize. I also know that no matter where Wolvie goes, what panel he's on, there's always going to be some shit that pops off.
Yeah, I understand if it ain't us here tonight, everywhere I'm sorry, maybe I'm being wrong, bogus here, but everywhere he goes, this is gonna happen.
Right on.
He's collected so many enemies, and I shouldn't say deservedly so, because men make their own decisions. But the way he handles shit, he makes
That-
enemies. I was gonna say he's talking about you, calling you a piece of shit by now. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, well, the thing is, man, yeah, I know how to handle myself, honestly.
I bet I could believe that.
And then when it comes down to it, um, handling from the beginning, it was mostly just me and him right off the bat. I can handle that. But then I got all this other shit kind of hyping it up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
then,
you had a better shot when it was just you and him. All right.
but I'm saying though, it's like it ended up hyping up. Next thing you know, this is coming up from fucking bullshit from another stuff, a bullshit stream. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's like, dragging. It's like bringing it over. It's like y'all started at a goddamn fucking party down the street, and it ended up at
Yes.
my fucking house. What the
Yes.
fuck, dude?
Breaking shit, not
I
being
mean,
peacefully,
goddamn,
breaking
dude.
shit.
My coffee table is fucked up because of y'all
Right,
now, man.
right,
You see
right.
what I'm saying? I'm
I
just,
do.
hey, you gotta understand, you gotta respect. I'm not gonna be doing this shit on y'all channel. I appreciate it if y'all would just respect me for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, come on
Yep.
now. You know what I mean? And I open up my door and I let y'all on the panel. Hell, I could fucking said fuck all y'all and said not let y'all in or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, did you look in the basement? Is this old? Let's say somebody X out in the basement in the private chat. I don't know what time it is. That was 10:56.
No, I don't know that. No, he ain't nobody in there.
Ain't
Man.
nobody in the basement.
But I'm saying, no, I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off and hang out, y'all, for a minute. I'm gonna shut this off though, but I'm gonna y'all hang
Okay.
out for a bit.
All right.
Hey, everybody, this is the 1122 Wingnut Radio back out.